G dodge a bullet in some ways. I mean, the man advantage there for 100 Thieves, them slowing things down in that manner. Basidio did actually quite a lot to get his kill. He still put some pressure on the site and get away with his life as well.
Really impressive recovery there from BCG. They go 2-0. The bomb was planted, and there is a conversation to be had. You could force buy again and bring out the Galils here and a bit of utility. You want to keep that pressure on. Yeah, I think it might be. Definitely worth the conversation. There's one Galil there, so it's not an all-in investment. They are going for the partial buy with Gizmi, bringing that firepower, considering he saved some Kevlar in the previous round. Smoke's available. Couple of them. Simple mounting up. Well, at least trying to mount up towards credit card. Can get boosted. 5-4 for them.
Electronic offered and Simple rejected it. It's like, if I'm not meant to be up there.
Yeah,
I'm just not meant to be up there, I guess.
The big man upstairs said no. Gizmi's got down here. He's slipped the net.
He did get spotted, but nobody's overreacting.
No one's down it. He got spotted outside. I don't know if he got spotted crossing though. So I think it might be a relay of misinformation or anything.
Well, Simple's at least considering a possibility, so somewhere down the telephone line it did get to him. They have lost Mazinho in a 1-for-1. There is a weapon that can be retrieved. Simple in a great position to defend.
Now they can split B. They come with the numbers as well, but Simple has got to go huge, and he taps down to find Syrah on that second. That is lovely. And Gizmi, who maybe gave them the call to come join him, he's going to feel the same fate. Simple, what a haul down towards B. Lovely stuff from him. And another great start. He started Inferno fantastically, and he starts this one great too.
Dude, super locked in there. Really clean with it as well. Like he said, fantastic position. Then just manages it perfectly. Ducking and weaving around that silo. 2 great shots. A little bit labored on the third, but the job was already done. Check that out. See you later, Syrah. Young Guns unable to get going once again. It's Poi. 0-3. Syrah 1-3. Device continuing a pretty dreadful series. I'm Inferno. Got the AK-47 this time. Early days here on Nuke. What's the first gun round got in store for us here? Simple the AWP. Spots one towards outside. Smoke's deployed. And towards ramp. It looks like we're going again. This is similar scenes to what we saw in Inferno Banana. They keep trying the ramp room. They are getting control, but this time Rain will be dropped early. Simple doesn't need to stick in these flames. Be careful, doesn't take too much damage. They've got the man advantage, allowing them to have ramp room. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, they waited for the Molotov to fully do its job before swinging again, because you can understand Simple will take a risk like that. Smoke did connect with Device inside a door, so there's extra information at the very least for BCG, but again, operating without ramp room can feel a little uncomfortable. BCG haven't actually been in a bad position yet as a result, but
I'm going to steal a line from Henry as well. Top ramp isn't a sight, so you can have it.
That's true. What they say. Running down that clock at the 50-second mark. Mzinho, the same position. Simple provided the victory for the previous round. It looks like he's going to do just as much damage here. Can't quite find the heads just yet. Needs some backup now, and there it is. Senzu arrives. The Molotov will flush him out eventually. Can he get one more? Apparently not. Simple with the backstab. The round is back on somewhat here. They can actually make their way in towards the A bomb site. They've done exactly that. Syrah and Gizmi now. Gizmi, half HP. They've got one smoke and a flash. Electronic in towards a hut. Can he deny the plant? Does he want to commit to this until his teammates arrive?
He's going to make a move now as well. He actually goes a little prematurely. He gets baited in, but it might not matter. Magisk will find Gizmi all on Syrah. 1 versus 2. Senzu and Magisk, the best of friends. I've got to pull it forward, but he's run out of ammo. His Glock pulled out. It's not enough. Senzu sees it off. If he had a little bit extra ammo in the mag, it could have been interesting, but running short at the worst possible time. It's another round for BCG.
Yeah, legit ran out of bullets. Had to go for the Glock 2v1. You hate to see that. Best chance they've had in some time.
To be honest, it got closer than it actually should have. Electronic should have gotten that kill to heaven. Magisk flew up the vent to try and bait for him so they could get that kill, and he kind of fumbled it. So they're lucky they get away with that in some respects, but that's the closest round really we've seen from 100 Thieves so far, and it comes down to, yes, having to pull out your Glock.
Never do that.
Also not a good sign as well. That is the closest we're getting. You know what I mean? Where it's around, even then the chances feel quite thin to get one on the board.
Hey, at least I will say this. It's early days. It's T-side Nuke. This can happen. Still plenty of opportunities to get stuck into this one. We enter round number 5. AKs across the board still. Maximum loss bonus in full effect now. One was planted as well, but device removed. 0-5. Player down the fence, and now we're getting somewhere.
Oh,
Man advantage for the first time here for 100 Thieves. Can't hold on to it for long. Simple, nice little flick there towards Syrup. They've got some lower control, but the final boss of Nuke is ready and waiting towards the ramp. Nice grenade, he gets a kill off that. Not quite.
They actually pull away from it at the best possible time, may I say. And
bit of luck, we'll
the
take
spam
it.
by Raid is successful. Simple. Pulls out his knife, worst possible time. Gizmy on that late lurk will deliver, and so will Poi. So 100 Thieves finally break that deadlock and finally get around on the board. And now we need to build upon this. Use this as a catalyst to further success.
They just threw some caution to the wind. I mean, fast drop down the vent, quick drop to Maiden as well. So they wanted to take some fights, because by playing things slow and just getting access to ramp for free or 1-for-1 simply was not working. So a little bit of a change. Maybe this sort of broadens the field of play for them on this T side.
Okay. Money in an interesting spot. Very important round here for the Thieves. Electronic down to the 5-7. If they can win this round on the T side, their campaign here will be off to a great recovery.
One up-tempo round is all it takes for BCG to go aggressive themselves on CT. It's Simple just hitting shots outside. Almost connects through the smoke, and he's reading the fact that Gizmy will take that chance, but you can't get past Simple.
That's stellar. That really is. He's played that so well. The isolation of fights is exquisite. And Rain and Poi are left with all to do.
12-3. That sequence already feel like he's rolling back the years.
How's he missed that?
Yeah,
dead on.
Well, the job should be done. You would hope, at least. Difficult to throw this one away, especially now. Senzu will chime in, find Rain. Poi, don't think you can do much of this, my friend. Give it a go. Can't really save. Hoping to flush them out, but they can just fall back.
It's really nice, you know, just to see Simple do what Simple does.
Yeah. Maybe he is back.
Yeah, Nuke is one of his iconic maps where so many AWPers struggle to get performance. He is just a brutalizer. 30 seconds.
Boy's actually doing something here.
He does have the lower bomb site and the package, so he can make something happen.
Where's he played this post part, though? He's gone back site. He's not even gone open, so he might just try and play in the open itself and draw in a fight. He spots Majors. He gets him as well. 1 versus 2. There's life in this, but he just goes over the shoulder of Electronic. Who nets that shot. Yeah, like you said, though, it's not a bad effort at all.
The fact he gets the bomb down gives him a bit more to work with going forward. Definitely had an opportunity there to actually win the round as well. Unable to find the penultimate kill. It will be 5 on the board for BCG, looking to knock out 100 Thieves here on Nuke. Simple looking fantastic. What a sequence.
I hadn't actually even come to realize that BCG for that 3-on-1 just didn't have kits. So there was a world. You were right to flag that, Henry.
So a little bit closer than it should have been, really, but still they get the round on the board. This we've got a tactical timeout. Taz just wants to tighten things up, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they should be building economy. I mean, a 5-1 scoreline like this, and there's no extra money in the coffers. They know that they sit on a tipping point. If 100 Thieves actually do break through, then they could get a slew of rounds to save their half.
Chance to catch our breath here. A lot of Counter-Strike coming down the pipeline today. We're to the round of 16 now. 4 slots available. The Esports World Cup main event kicking off next week. A ton of VRS points. A prize pool of $2 million and the creme de la creme of Counter-Strike. Here we go then. Very important round. 100 Thieves looking to break the bank of BCG. Finances on a knife's edge here. With Grenade opening things up. Chip damage towards Gizmy and Device. Courtesy of Electronic.
He wasn't too far off. A headshot there as well. Device will take another tag. Now Electronic wanting to play around this smoke. How aggressive does he get, though? Simple did it in the round prior where he was taking fights through it, so might not want that risk. Device only a pixel away from Simple's holding for the cross. He's still yet to get on the board, but is this going to be the round where we finally find something from him? And they now make their way down secret. Does Electronic spam? The answer's no.
So, 1 minute on the clock. 3 players down towards secret, including the bomb, most notably. Mzinho, though, a real thorn in their side on Inferno. Dumpstered them. 20 kills to his name. Looking to find a few more in round number 7 here on Nuke. Device boosted up. Calls a no one's home. Simple shot in that ramp room. 2 players ready to split the lower bomb site from that position.
All the brawling that has happened in rounds gone by, this round has been so silent on all fronts.
Until now, they're starting to ramp up the pace. There's Mazinho. First contact is good. Doesn't expect the second, but Simple will deliver. So it might not matter. Trades are equal. Into that 3 versus 3. Time ticking. 18 seconds. They've got to go. And Simple. Oh, Simple. That's what we want to see. And there might be a little bit more from him. Molly Downey escapes the flames. And Syrah is left scratching his head. How do you do anything here? You can't. The clock is the worst enemy. And it might be the M4 of Magisk. It is. What a round. Again, from Simple. Smiles all around. They are loving it. And how can we not love it? Seeing him back to his best.
So we've got Simple on 16-7, Device 0-7. So the battle of the GOATs might be over in more ways than one here.
Yeah, that might answer the age-old debate.
You just don't imagine Simple's not... sorry, Device ain't going to do that. Not in 2026. I don't think he's got that in him.
You've just simply got to do better than that versus Simple.
Damn, dude. Unreal scenes. Device, Tech9. They've gone for the partial buy. There's barely any util, most of it being deployed already to try and cross over towards Secret once again. Simple, as he fire off a shot. They've set up the blockade down towards lower regardless. Electronic there to pick up the pieces. Play it down towards events as well. Big sound cue. But they are more than ready. It's going to take a lot here for the Tech9s to bring this round in their favor.
Ramp up the pace. Point. We'll find the first. Rain will find the second.
Oh,
hang on a second. He's under pressure and Simple. He will drop. This is going to give them an opening because outranged Syrah finds that trade on towards Magisk. So it's all on Senzu. We have seen already multiple rounds of him where he's looked electric, but we need something special here.
That's a tough sell. I mean, especially with Gizmi just head on a swivel back and forth in at ramp. AWP up close. Oh, barrel spotted, yeah. That's all the information they need. Senzu now just will call this quits. Money is not great here for BCG, and now that his position's known, just loses the element of surprise.
He bought the AK.
It's another tempo round that breaks through for 100 Thieves. I mean, the lower drop into the vents, in the one round they had prior to this, and this time it's the secret cross, and then a very audible vent drop that also catches BCG just slightly off guard.
Just feel worrying that that's all they've got in the locker at the moment, though, is just these slightly pacey, risky rounds where we just fly into fights. That's all we've actually got to offer up. When we actually try and toy with the tempo a bit, BCG aren't affected by it.
Well, needed that, to be honest with you. Device getting his first kill. Tech9s and Deagles prevailing, managing to thread the needle down towards lower. And that's going to affect the finances dramatically. It's going to be a tactical timeout. The first for BCG. You can see they saved the AK-47, but what do? You kind of want to take an eco here. You lost bonus in 1900. You get 2400 in the next round. So,
yeah,
it's a real pick your poison moment. Like, there's not really a good call here.
I do think low buy this. Just let the AK do what it can, and maybe a bit of a pass to parcel with it. Full buy-in towards the next, you can bring an AWP too.
I just think you don't buy anything. Actually.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning towards. It's not the most fun outcome when you've got to send to AK as well.
Just death ball around as a pack and just see
and just
see
cycle
what you can
that
find.
AK around,
Cycle the AK around. Yeah.
Very important decision to be made here by BCG. Is the replay of the Tech9 carnage down towards the lower bomb site. Syrah long range spray towards Majors sealed the deal, and they will just take a light investment here.
It's the right call, because if you fall by this and lose it, it actually puts 100 Thieves within reach and distance.
Yeah.
So it's not worth that risk.
Slowly but surely coming back to life here. Tech9 round absolutely massive. They're in the driving seat now, looking to convert though. Can't afford to give this one up. 4 pistols, one of which is USP, and a saved Senzu AK-47. Cannot afford to give this one over.
Curious to know whether 100 Thieves have a clear read on what this economy is going to look like here for BCG as well. They could be locked in indecision by playing too safe if they expect that this is going to be a half buy or where pistols are involved. Losing outside control, that's typically how CTs will react. Magisk is already inside of the hut. He's not accompanied by all of his teammates. He does so in isolation.
It's a scary position though, 5-7 up this close.
It's one-shot distance.
It is, it worries me. Simple not too far away as well if they try and barrel out of hot, and they might make their move now as well, but Poi clears the first and he does it well. Simple wants to try and re-aggress, but it will not work favorably. Sura then delivers, and that A-site pop is beautiful. That's what we've been looking for 100 Thieves. They slow the tempo down early, but the opening kills are great. And with that, the AK is just going to be saved here.
Yeah, no notes, really. Couple of kills for Syrah. Poi chiming in as well. The Young Guns getting it done there. Sure, you're up against 5-7 and a little bit of Kevlar, but those rounds can fall apart very quickly coming out of those tight choke points. So well handled.
I realized that I may have been speaking from trauma after watching the 1W game where they were in winning positions and they just take too damn long. 100 Thieves don't let that happen to them.
I repressed that memory as well. So
I was just living through it again.
Mzinho will say the AK-47, Electronica P250. Presumably he's looking for some form of an exit here. I don't think he's going to find one. But that's more like it. 100 Thieves now building up their own economy. 3 rounds on the board. Yeah, still in a compromised position. If you're on the BCG side of things, money not amazing. There's definitely a buy there, though, with the saved AK especially.
They can get up towards 4. That's their bare minimum. 5, I think, is a pretty decent T-side half. By all standards, anyway. This was kind of the feeling that we had in map number 1, where it was the slightly ugly performance by 100 Thieves, but it was enough in terms of rounds that you didn't feel too bad by it. They just fell apart in the second half. Foundations are just on the precipice of being built by 100 Thieves. They just got to get 1 or 2 more to feel confident.
Or you do something like this and you try and be disruptive. Simple playing close towards red outside, using that glaive smoke to his advantage, and has support from outside of main. They're trying to feign like they don't have this forward pressure, but that smoke is going to fade soon enough. Simple has to come around the edge of it. Device got his kill from up top, and Gizmy will trade. So outside is in the control of 100 Thieves, but Senzu is still trying to take the fight right back, and the smoke blooms. Gizmy gets 2 outside.
Getting very chaotic out there now. A 4-on-2. Mzinho, Magisk left to pick up the pieces here. Combative towards outside. BCG full. There is a window. A chance. They're all still towards outside. Biding their time. Waiting for that CT reaction to come through, which it might. It may just has to go get intel.
The Dane and Mongol duo.
Oh, spotted.
Different one.
True.
But he might gel with both of them.
Okay,
this is interesting.
This is going to get uncomfortable with the clock, boys.
Oh, God.
Perfect crosshair.
Now, if Mages peaks, is he still secret? I think he actually retreated somewhat. So they've got windows to get to upper, yeah. Got a rifle. Round still on. Mzinho, presumably, out of position here. Oh. Great opportunity, but
this is still doable.
Timing eluded him. And you're right, with the low HP, a player planting, Mages might be onto something here.
There's just this massive gap. No one's covering the vent.
He's got out. They have no idea. They're giving him the free walk up here. He can get all the way. And Gizmy and Poi are both so low. They're so vulnerable. Where is this orb? They're looking for him. His Device is going to find it with a Tech 9. Oh my God, that was way too close for comfort.
Both the riflers, low HP on the site, full HP, or rather full HP Device inside of the hut. And if Magus was able to get close enough to the site, it just becomes a really hard round for Device to win. So really glad he pulled the Tech and actually covered the push.
Guys, give you a little update here. Fnatic are up 10-6 in the second map against Heroic.
Oh, wow.
Looking to knock them out 2-0.
They were 8-2 up only like a mere moment ago, so there's a bit of a recovery there by Heroic.
That would be a huge upset. No one believes in Fnatic in 2026. Not to be rude, but it's just facts.
I'm right in saying there's a world that Fnatic play eyeballers?
Potentially, yeah.
Because Crims gets to play against his previous
That would
org.
be sick.
Yeah?
That would be cool.
For qualification too, that would be actually a really cool story.
That just would be crazy. Full stack of Swedes against Fnatic.
Yeah.
who don't have a Swede.
Yeah. In 2026 of all things as well.
The world just keeps moving.
And so this Gizmy, as he's moved downstairs here, actually quite a pace. He's leading the pack, going forward. Mzinho, USP, it's a big ask for him. No armor and the USPs to try and fight off against his AK Device. Won't get caught by the Deagle, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. There is a rotation being held. It's a little labored, but Rain will get it. It's all on Senzu, who also goes 6 feet under. So, 100 Thieves up to 5. They've actually recovered this half. This is, even if it ends 7-5, that's a feasible T-side.
As soon as they picked up that Tech 9 outside rush down towards lower, it feels like it's been a very different game. Halted the momentum, ruined the finances. and slow them right down. So final round coming up next. 6-5 would be a great recovery from 100 Thieves. They're able to tie things up at 6-6. Nice efforts from Rain there towards the end of the round. Money back on track here. Simple with the AWP. They do not, oh, they do have one kill, I beg your pardon, but not an amazing amount of utility. And we've got some pace being picked up here towards upper.
And they're just barreling straight through the door smoke, and Senzu at least gets the first. The flashes didn't connect. It's Electronic and Magisk that try and answer in kind. With Electronic getting another kill through the smoke, it's all on this flank for Mizinho out from Hut. There's just a lack of pressure. Device is just tucked away inside the site. It's Poi on the lower side, planting and punching in those digits. But it's Simple that's running into the Molotov. He weakens himself to what could be a Poi clutch.
He squad one, and he'll find it as well. He knows there's a second towards ramp because of that flash. The door opened, and the reaction was there, but he just can't find the bullet required. So DQ's to come through, and it will be a 7th and a slim lead for BCG at the half. But 100 Thieves, they ramped up towards that tail end. We've got life in this game.
Oh, we certainly do. This is what you wanted to see. You don't want to get blown out the water in the second map and not have anything to say and go down 2-0. That's a great recovery considering where they were. 5 rounds, 100 Thieves, certainly workable. Same scoreline we had in the first half of Inferno as well. Device started to turn it up as well. Actually had some impact towards the end there. A couple of crucial kills.
I do just admire the tempo that the 100 Thieves found. As soon as they got that Tech 9 round you're talking about, Henry, they immediately wanted to just keep on applying the pressure, and BCG met them outside a couple of times to catch hands, and it's not like the successes of earlier in that half translated all the way through for BCG, but a 7-5, they'll have to sit pretty on. T side is where it's at now, and they're just going quick into A.
Wow, a lot of util. They're flying forward. Syrup opens things up, but Senzu sharp on the trades. He's left a little low. They're still going to get the C4 planted. It's got to be Collectors. It was dropped by Vent, and now Simple's got to fight for his life. Gizmi's here for one. Simple's dollies are delivering, and maybe at range, but not quite. Poi will find it, but he's left so low. 1 versus 2, and look who it is. That duo again. Magisk and Senzu to try and save face, and Poi, who struggled in this series, this might be his moment to come alive. He's looking for the gap, but it's Senzu who finds his second, and BCG kickstart the T side, but that was chaotic.
The Poi who lived come to die.
Something like that. Upper rush there from BCG. Simple. Getting it done with the Julie. Senzu with a nice entry. It's great work there. Didn't look like they were going to lose the round for a second. Boy, if he had more HP, maybe he could do something with it. But for now, they're going to have to force by here in round number 2. You will know the story by now. MP9's 5-7 to scout for Device, currently 5-10. And focusing on the firepower here, BCG will present 4 Galils, 1 MAC-10 in the hands of in-game leader Magisk. Outside smokes deployed, trying to remove that vision for Device. That's more like it. That's what we're looking for.
Alrighty, Senzu, we'll see you next round, but Simple, there's something to say about it. Scout still trying to deliver outside on the cross. He gets close to the pop shot through the smoke. Simple, barrel spotted, but he'll completely relinquish that control.
I just need 14 more of those from Device. Because Simple has flown away. There's no one that stacks up to him. Rain up close. 5-7.
No.
It's a crossfire between him and Syrah, and the damage is great. They're getting completely stopped in their tracks. This force spy is looking mighty meaty.
All right, Simple. Need you to save the day here. Damage towards Device in the heavens. BCG need to be saying a prayer right now. This was the gimme. This was the round you'd expect them to convert against the pistols, and Simple walks into the crosshair of Syrup. Electronic, almost 0% chance of winning it. No HP, no control of the map. Does recover the bomb. Surely nothing to be said. Feels like a plant is at the very top end of this situation. That's if he can even get that down.
Yeah, good luck. Boy's ready for it down towards B, and Syrah's ready for the vent push as well. So it's a lose-lose situation. He's got 20 seconds, but kind of want to die. You don't really want to save a Galil here.
His one exit route, it was Secret Steps. And
yeah.
Actually, he is going to try and save, I think. He's just not even going to try for a B-side finish.
Apparently not. Saving the Galil. And that's disappointing there. BCG. They traded kills at the start of the round. Did he go down?
I don't know. I don't know.
I would assume he did. It doesn't look like anyone's scrambling. I think they got him.
He was hard pre-firing the corner, and then we cut.
Well, well, well. That's not part of the script. It was looking so good. Device, we were talking about its impact. That's a massive kill. Simple managed to trade things out, but the 5-7 crossfire down toward the secret steps. A real thorn in their side.
Yeah, he did die after time as well.
Oh, that's rough. Okay, so he saves nothing. He'll be operating with a
Actually
Tech 9 and
caught
an
him.
HE, no Kevlar.
Boy,
This is their ticket back into the game now, 100 Thieves.
it is. And boy, he's going to get 2. And the 3rd is there as well with his final bullet. He will find it. So immediately this round's a write-off. Especially now that Electronic has fallen. Last one is simple. We've seen some masterful moments from him, but this one
Never
is
mind.
a big ass. Crosshair placement was
Never
actually nice,
mind.
but it doesn't matter. Rain, too sharp on the shot.
Yeah,
Flawless.
Rain also had perfect crosshair placement
Yeah.
for that, so you had to instantly hit the pre-fire. Yeah, they're right back in this game for sure. The money is now broken here for BCG. We are expecting CT sides to look well rehearsed on both ends of the spectrum. And listen, now we need Device. You know, we were talking about him before. Put some focus on the riflers again, but Device does need to have that performance on CT if they want a hope.
Totally agree. See whether he can fend off the Glocks here. Simple, of course, treating himself to a cheeky deagle.
Can't blame him with the form he's been in. 20 and 12. He's earned it.
Zero to open things up. Should just be a formality here. Looking to find an 8-8 game. Can't imagine a world where Simple can find more than one. Even that seems ambitious.
Device did have a little look towards Silo, spots him and just doesn't want to take that fight. He'll take that one all day. Posted on the angle. Eagle does nothing, but it's collected nonetheless. And the Vice HE is lovely as well. Zamzinio will fall. And there we go, shooting gallery. He'll pull out one of his own. The MP9 going hunting now. A bit of money to be made here. But young Gizmy. It's Device who delivers in the end. A quad kill. Might get called for Device.
score.
So we get him. It may be an eco, but we take him all the
I was
same.
gonna say that's not really how I want it to happen. You know, I'd rather he
Get 'em all the
doesn't.
same.
I'd rather he doesn't farm the ecos and instead pulls up on the gun rounds because they will need him. They'll need that fragging firepower to be disruptive.
This is 100
We saw how much
Thieves
impact
map
Simple
pick,
got
by
on
the
his
way.
CT effort.
Yeah.
Just one. At
Anubis
least
will
a
be
part of
the
that for
decider, man.
Device. It's supposed to be the Clash of the Titans, but there's only one real Titan that we've seen so far.
Hey, still plenty of time left. CT side now. 8-8. Certainly back in this one now. Been a labored journey. First map, a disaster of 100 Thieves, 13-7 deficit, but their map pick now, slow starts. They're finding their form. Outside smokes delivered by BCG. Device now starting to hit some shots. Gives me there as well to back him up. They maintain the man advantage and deny the cross towards Secret.
He's so good in that supporting element, Gizmy, as well. Breaks open the smoke for Device and then fights behind it to keep him alive.
Yeah, timing couldn't have been better
for
that type of a play. He's
He
getting
has
so
all this
much information. I know how it's free for him. The Device backed up, so he is kind of alone still towards main.
This is a great angle, though. He gets his control, but Gizmy, 1 for 1. Honestly, worth it.
Do they clear for
So
Rain
much
as they
information,
take
man.
the top side, because reconvening out from Hut and linking from main, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
But again, why would you, right? You've just had a guy
So much
playing closer
information.
towards
That
main.
drop-
Why would you expect another guy in towards alt
that
flank?
kill-
He was checking it, but
Yeah.
he just
On
got
the A main
completely
and
rolled.
Hut, that drop in the Hut.
That's the composure you want from players like Rain. Magisk was showing off on Inferno. Rain's got to do a bit of that himself.
Excellent hold. 100 Thieves take the lead. Money should be busted at this stage. Right in the coattails, a loss bonus, but it's not quite enough. They'll go for the partial investment here. Tech 9's a couple of deagles and been able to open the door at the start, deploying some outside util, hoping that Senzu can provide some magic here from on top of the silo. Now, we did see 100 Thieves in the first half win this sort of round. Same sort of idea. Tech 9's outside, try and get down towards lower, overwhelm the defense. But Gizmy
Hello.
Where
taking
is
a
he
risk
off
here,
to?
boys.
Where are we going? Well, we're going for multiple. And he only
damage.
gets one, but he's done so much damage. Senzu
crazy.
and then Zenio left low, and the nade is good. The shot isn't. It
That's a
just misses by a whisker, and he threads the needle between two. But he might get a second
What?
crack at it, and Zenio will rip his head off. Deagle at range.
Okay, unclear who will be taking this round still. The damage Gizmi inflicted might be unconfirmed. The two of them are very low. They recover.
They
and then
actually
4-4
turn around
back towards lobby.
on
Rain
time.
will bury himself in towards the CT vent once again, patrolling towards Squeaky Door. Doesn't want them to sneak in and pounce upon the site.
There's only one
45
utility
seconds here.
matches.
Problem is no util, boys. You got one Molotov.
I just only has
How
one
do you use
Molotov.
it? Is
That's
Molotov
it.
main?
No
Hope for the
flash, no
best here.
I
smoke.
Think about in that first half, the turning point for 100 Thieves was a low by Tech 9 round 1. Would that be the same
Are
for
they gonna
BCG?
go
You feel like they've lost a lot of
for
control
B?
here.
We're going
To
towards
B?
ramp, which is the right call, technically. No one home, and lower bomb site wide open for now.
Yeah, I mean, they feigned the fact that they were going to continue down secret by just backing up through the smokes in time. But here's the rotate down from 100 Thieves. They're taking this risk.
Molotov
Coming into the
window?
lower bomb side. Molotov into the double doors, but there's another player out for single. And with that low health, just the bomb carrier dropped
10
immediately.
seconds.
They need to punch in those digits and quick. Rain is in no position to force that player off the plant, and so they will get it down. But Magisk around the back of the bomb site. Even though Poi gets 2, he needs to find this final. It's
Delay.
Vegas that tries to take his time, but he didn't have the health to trade. And so Poi with 3 will get a 10th for 100 Thieves.
Yeah. Wow. Nice work from Poi there.
Should have
Nice
at least
calculated spray
delayed.
down. No doubt in my
Playtime.
mind he was going to convert that 1v1. Made his
Buy
system
time
at the
as much
HP
as possible,
positioning,
you
or
know?
utility to really do much about it. That was the partial buy, though, bear in mind. Came down to a 1v1. Bomb planted. Not exactly the result they were looking for, but it certainly sets them up for the future now. Lots of money into this next gun round. Feels like this is tactical timeout territory. 100 Thieves making a compelling case they can take us to a third map. Gizmi. I looked for a second, he's going to get all 3.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to go fully through the smoke. There were so many that were down.
Boys, I've got an update
Unaccompanied.
for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fnatic have beaten Heroic 13-11, taking it 2-0. They've knocked out Heroic. I just saw
Damn,
them stand up
dude.
and celebrate. They've done the handshakes.
Crazy.
That is huge. It's
So
not
we've
even
lost
actually-
Liquid and Heroic now.
Yeah.
Damn.
And NRG and a few others
NRG,
who were maybe
yeah.
expected to go a little deeper. That is wild. There might be something wild here, Rain. Be careful. Device has gone
go, Device.
aggressive. And the proactivity has delivered him a fine as he looks for a little more point. Just poke his head around that corner, behind that smoke. As it plumes, he'll fall back on that control. It's Syrah. Up close. Isn't able to shut down single, and the team kill in there as well from Electronic, which will not help. Back into a 2 versus 2. They've gone quicker on this round, and Electronic will eat an HE, but he gets down with that bomb.
All right. Simple and Electronic. The old duo up against it in the 2v2. Device, though, seems to be very aware
spotted
of
him.
Simba's position. Brings it down to 1v1, but surely there's a defuse coming in quickly. What's the other CT up to? Is he defusing? He's not.
He is.
He'll have to stick
He has a
it,
kid.
try to at least, because with the flames that he has as coverage, it will be enough.
Dang it.
Simple actually could have ran through it. It was an incendiary,
Exactly.
but just maybe didn't think he'd fully commit to that defuse.
Well, there we go. Device starting to get a couple of frags each and every round
My
now.
brain hurts. If he could just
Team kill
push
from
it,
Electronic.
run through the
That's gonna
smoke,
hurt. He wasn't exactly having the best of games
he has a
before
chance to
that
kill
happened.
Device.
And he didn't exactly stand his ground on
Or was
B
it
either.
Device?
Yeah, unfortunately for Electronic, like if they ever do make a roster change, it's going to be him.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, has to- yeah, but yeah.
He does. He has not rolled back the years in any showing really.
I
since joining.
actually thought that was going to happen coming
Yeah.
into this season.
Yes,
so,
same.
Yeah. Did not see the Mazinho move happening at all.
Yeah.
Caught everybody off guard.
Well, loving this from Device, finding some confidence now, some initiative, assertive pushes, nailing the shots, added some vintage Device sort of play there, dictating the
thing.
pace of the round on the CT side, nailing the timings,
We're moving
passing
on
your
to
opposition off guard.
Anubis.
Considering he was 0-7 as well, the
Yep.
recovery to 13-11 is actually pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
And that impact that he's showing is really stunning BCG. 11-8. Just a couple of rounds away now, reaching distance to pushing this towards that the side of Anubis. And it's what this game feels like it deserves.
Gonna go for a late smoke wall and try and cross with that quick. That way they can't blow open the smokes and catch you off guard.
What?
Spam battle there for Gizmi and Mazinho, and it's a kill for BCG. An entry and access to those secret steps.
Device. Right idea about a player up here.
But this is the most map control BCG have had basically all T side.
Ooh.
Don't want to fumble this.
Smoke down, but it's
What?
Rain.
Rain's
First
dead.
to fall. He just got range. Nice shot from him. Device got to try and reposition. He's not being held for a little moment, so he does have a window and he does cross. That's good. But he can't react in time, so may just get another. 2 quick kills from the captain. They might just need him. This top site now completely open, so maybe BCG are back.
Yeah, they haven't won a round since the pistol. Just to know that, winning the pistol convincingly, really kind of flat, weak round towards lower. Lost to those 5-7s, haven't posted one since. 4 in a row against them now. But finally, you are right, this is looking much better. It's Magis doing the majority of the heavy lifting there with a couple of kills. And down to Poi and Syrup. Vuvuzelas are back.
Yeah,
Love to see that.
bouncing at PUBG. Oh my.
Poi and Syrup. You'd imagine the money's absolutely fine. Device hovering around 5 digits.
There's really no reason for BCG to go too aggressively on the hunt here.
Why would you
so,
do that?
Yeah, once they realize they're in the vents and they're on that lower bomb site, guys, think about
Why
your
would you
own
do
money
that?
for a second
Hollow
here.
victory now.
You're wasting.
There's still
you
more rounds
still
to
have
play.
money, but
Nice shots.
you know.
We're not quite at the finish line just yet.
Little update as well on that Fnatic game from B-Tram.
should have at
Chakasmo
least
drops a
saved the gun.
regulation 34 and 13.
Oh,
To eliminate
hey.
Heroic.
What?
Wow. Fair play.
So they're the first team through the round of 8 then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That's why they replaced him with Cypher.
That's
Or
it.
the Cypher with him, rather.
Yeah.
So you see that on a more regular basis, and we're there.
Hotu 1 map up as well against Inner Circle 13 to 10. And one win or one map up against Ascend 13 to 6.
Wait,
Where are my standout
Fnatic
Nordic stats from
defeated
B-Tram? That's what I
Heroic
wanna know.
2-0.
Should have a look how we did map 1 for you. There we go. I'll give it to you.
If it was bad, don't tell me.
Fnatic will going to
14 and
advance
20
to
bottom
round of
scoreboard,
8.
0.72 rating.
I said not to tell me.
Yep. And here I am anyway.
Good.
I
Fnatic.
want to live in my delusion.
Well, guys, technical pause here for now. Hope you're enjoying the show at home. It's only going to get better and more intense as the bracket develops. We started with 32 teams, as you heard. Fnatic, the first team through to the round of 8. We'll see if BCG can hold on here. It's an upper push. Electronic Senzu working in tandem. Device fighting back, but it feels like the round's already over. BCG biting back here after the technical pause.
Bite hard,
Money,
man.
as you said, very
Bite hard,
good.
VCG.
But the hunt will be on. This time, they need to try and find it.
It's
That's a
something
Tech
we
Pause
always
cla-
mention.
Tech
right?
Pause classic.
Tech Pause classic.
Is it
You
really?
just rush. It's like it happens obviously at all levels, but I feel like we see it so often in the tier 2. It's like, right, we have a tech pause, we're rushing somewhere.
Also, to give people context, if they can't hear it through our microphones, there are just vuvuzelas going off like crazy.
Yeah.
There are drums going on, not too far away. There are horns blaring. Up tempo, fast plays. You're not
Actually,
going to hear what
not
you
a bad
need.
shout. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Exactly, it is loud in here, and it'll be louder for them as well because they're next to essentially where the opening is to the crowd.
Nice.
They got him as well. The hunt successful. Money's still absolutely fine. But this will be the last of the gold if 100 Thieves give up the following round.
But yeah, tonally, the last couple of rounds here for BCG have just been completely different. Slow building outside. They just wanted to burst over because they knew 100 Thieves, every time they saw that smoke wall, they were just blowing it open with HEs. So they mitigate that utility usage by just playing a bit more up-tempo. And this time, yeah, out of a tech pause, just accelerating into the top side. It puts 100 Thieves in a terrible spot now.
Okay, I was
Money
trying
is
to,
on the cusp of being completely shattered.
you know, we're talking about the sound. I was trying to play, you know, a bit of devil's advocate and just sort of see who gets it worse off in terms of noise. They're on the same rows or the same distance away, but Honchi is a little closer to us, which I would say is maybe a little bit further away from the noise. Maybe it's worse for BCG, but they're using it to their advantage. 1 round game, 11 to 10.
I just got the update. The reason it's going nuts over there, that Brazilian team is doing really well in PUBG. So they
big
have
up.
a Vuvuzela over there, right?
Nice.
So that would be why. It's like a carnival going on.
We'd love to see it. We might get a quicker play again, and we will. They're flying out. Molly down, but it's Senzu burns to a crisp. The flames of Cyril will see him off, and then after cancel, Simple may answer back with 1, but he's left in a Molly himself as he has to retreat from that position. So the quick pop towards top site, nullified. What the hell is that shot? Poi gets absolutely clotheslined through a smoke.
Damn.
And now
even
we have
see him?
something. He just took a shot. Oh! Electron just got knifed.
Still good.
It's all right.
It's all fine. Everyone breathe. Take a second. And what's the final play? The problem is, 3 of them incredibly weak here. He's smoking off the window room. Nice work from Electronic. It's down to Gizmy. Thing is, all he needs is an opportunity to spot a couple. We can mow them all down with the low HP.
He might have to do something bold here.
Might have to push that smoke. Oh, the grenade. Does it actually connect?
Oh, beautiful. Because of the window, it lands in towards Gas. That is genius from Gizmy, and it's put it back into a 3 versus 3. But you'd argue favorably for 100 Thieves. They've got the better HP, and Device has got a kit, and they've got a bit of util to work with. 3 smokes and a flash.
They're saving.
I can't believe they're not giving this a go.
Especially after the nade hit, I really just thought...
It must be unconfirmed damage, though. They don't know.
Well, the electronic one, because it was a team knife.
And they were knifing each other, yeah.
They have no idea. And then Simple got tagged through a smoke and burnt a little bit in a Molotov, but...
And if you go for it, their loss bonus is not fully online right now as well. If they did go for it and everyone went down, they lose the AWP and the AK they've got. I think this is the better call, certainly the more conservative one. But 11-11 right now on the CT side. 100 Thieves can't afford to give this map out. We've already lost some big names here. Team Liquid, Heroic, NRG. One of these 2 teams has to go home as well. We'd love to see a 3rd map here. Now Device is online as well and having his impact. You want to see it go 3rd, and then we can really lock horns.
Listen, even if you get close, if Mazzino's shooting you straight through smoke, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's like first bullet out the gun as well. It's not like he was revealed by anything. Didn't give sound cues away. Sometimes you just feel it in the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, we're destined to go every round of regulation, but yeah, we were expecting more fight out of 100 Thieves. Coming into the season, everyone was very excited about the prospect of Gizmy getting a team with so much experience around him, with some of the young stars as well.
Especially after what happened with Monty, just loses his whole team.
Absolutely. It's like, wait a second, he's kind of... The 100 Thieves have kind of made off like thieves by grabbing this guy that was such a high-value in-game leader. But this is the toughest task so far. Do or die, have to play 3 best-of-3s in a row just to qualify, and here in their 2nd round, BCG are proving to be a little too tough.
Here we go then. Investing everything they can. MP9 and Famous for Syrah and Poi. The young guns have to make do with a little weaponry. And Majors to open things up. That's Gizmy going down early.
Shots.
What a shot that is. That's Device up towards heaven with the AWP.
First bullet as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely eviscerated.
I love the call as well. You call a timeout, your 3rd and final, and it's immediate pace behind it. Out towards A to try and put the pressure on, but Ray will answer back with one of his own. And now he realizes, guys, there's no one here.
Looking like a knockout blow.
You say that. Rain.
It's a lot of information.
He's up for it. He ain't saving just yet.
He just can't clear anything towards outside because of this smoke that is so fresh towards main. It's giving BCG a lot of time to actually link up what is a separated couple.
Oh,
and
no.
that smoke heaven
Would have been really nice.
He absolutely needed that.
It's a great idea, but it's a poor execution. Senzu waiting. He's got Simple in support as well. First fight is important. Raid needs to go for a miracle round, but he can only get 1, and that's surely not enough. They can now plant for heaven and even potentially even leave 2 up there as well.
And both players are towards Secret right now.
That's got to be the round.
Yeah, I think you're right. And could be the series as well.
It's a tough thing to save here as well on MP9 or FAMAS. It doesn't really fill you with confidence looking in towards the next and potentially the final round of play in this series and this tournament for 100 Thieves.
It would be a heartbreak. Didn't feel like they gave us the best performance on Inferno. Whether that was stubbornness or a lack of presence from their star pieces, their inability to deal with Magisk and Senzu, Mazzino.
By the way, since Mike's allowed to do it, I'm picking BCG to win this series, by the way.
You waited until the very end. I waited until at least the first round.
Since Mike's doing it, I'm picking BCG.
You folded like a wet noodle, too.
So 1 more will do it, lads. 100 Thieves, admirable comeback, that's for sure. Second half was looking fantastic. Managed to post 4 in a row before BCG could get back online, but now momentum firmly on their side of the server. 1 more round required to eliminate the Thieves from the last chance qualifier here. Both of these organizations hungry for VRS points as well. Such an important tournament for them. Making the main event here at Esports World Cup is massive for both orgs. They kind of desperately need it if they want to be considered for the major this year.
That's kind of what we talked about as the talking point for 100 Thieves was their goal was always Singapore, and this tournament was really vital
the
for
launch
that.
pad for it, right?
It's actually going to make this season really difficult for them now. They're going to play a lot of these sort of tier 2 lands that are around, and there's not loads, in fact, as well. So it's going to be quite the grind for 100 Thieves.
And the primary thing that pulls a lot of teams back from making that next step is actually just the quality of teams you play at some of these lands. You need to improve your network in order to level up.
Is this where it comes crashing down the 100 Thieves?
Oh,
Simple and Co picking up the pace here. Upper rush coming through. Gizmy fighting back. He'll get the first, but it's Electronic with the Mac-10. Absolute pandemonium in the upper bomb site. I think it might be done, boys. Gizmy, the last line of defense. He'll get one through the smoke. Is there anything he can do about this? Could he possibly take us to overtime? Magisk and Simple, the old guard, to send him out. And it looks like we might have a chance here. Magisk and Gizmy, 1 versus 1. Bomb down! And we're going to overtime!
Are you kidding me? Gizmy, what a round from him. Statistically the best player at this tournament so far. And he shows why. That is an insane 1 versus 2. And we're not done, boys. Lock in. We got an overtime to be had here. And what a way to boost your morale.
A battle between the brains. The in-game leaders, both new in their responsibilities to their rosters, had that to deliver. And to think it's Gizmy that comes through.
Everything on the line there. So much to play for in that 1 versus 1. He delivers the goods. And it will be 100 Thieves keeping their head above water here. It looked like a done deal, chaps. That upper rush, he had so much going in their favor, so much momentum. But Gizmy gets one through the smoke, pushes through, and somehow pulls it off and resets it all.
A 1v2 with it all on the line for Simple and Magisk.
Yeah.
The two mega vets on the squad.
Wow.
Wow.
The new school beat the old school in this one, but still plenty game to be had here on towards Nuke. Will that spur them on as well off the back of staying alive?
Yeah, you got to make use of it somehow.
Yeah,
you can't let rounds like that go to waste.
Yeah, that's the miracle they were looking for. It is going to raise morale. Going to get them believing here. And Gizmy, first to frag here. Finds Magisk once again. 5 and 4 in their favor. Towards ramp we go. Nice position from Poi. You feel like he's guaranteed at least 1 here, if not more.
They're contacting it as well. So yeah, there's the first. Can't quite get the second. His crosshair trained a little bit to the left.
That's okay though. When you've already got the man advantage, 1 and done's not too bad. You can handle that.
And quick rotations.
Yeah, this is a very good position to be in if you're 100 Thieves. Just have to make sure that you don't get disrupted by utility. Smoked off at every choke point. Syrah will already be blocked off, but Gizmy has made his way close to the doors. Simple might be in for a nasty surprise, or the other way around. In fact, he gets blocked by the door, but Gizmy got them off the plant.
Yeah, and that's what matters for now. You keep that numbers advantage. You deny that C4 going down, and Syrah will find Simple pushing that smoke. It's all Electronic, and he will fall. Hitting the side by Rain, and they are making the most of that Gizmy clutch. They steal the first round to start off overtime, and now this is getting really interesting. I also think as well for BCG, they're going a little bit too quick now, and at times pace can suffocate you, and I think it's what's happening for them. There's a desperation to close this out, and it's making this a little sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, the tempo was great and winning rounds back to back to back, but there is it does feel as though they're almost sending it through to the fights a little quicker on the 100 Thieves side as well. Like they're anticipating those brawls more than before. And you're not going to get consistency all the way through. I mean, we talked about that in the 1W game earlier on as well. Is that you can have good set pieces, you can have good tempo, but the more you do the same thing over and over, the better they're going to be trained on what to do or how to respond.
Well, Gizmy opening things up in overtime, and it will be 100 Thieves with the first round of the board here. 1-0. Versus 16 here. 100 Thieves going to keep it going. But love at least 1 more. AWC device. Bear in mind, he started 0 and 7. 1 kill away from averaging out his KD. Nice spot from him as well. Dodges the flash. I think he gets one here. Really well played. Takes down former teammate Magisk.
When Magisk going wide when he's supposed to be one of these players that's lurking towards the secret steps, he had a full wall of smokes where if he'd played closer to those smokes, he might have been able to get through scot-free.
What are we saying? Pace is suffocating them, right? They're making sloppy decisions. An easy opener.
Just to note, Simple, he might look, the numbers might look good at 23 and 17, but I think after the first half he had 18.
Yes, yeah.
Right? So, sure, not saying this is his fault. They had a pretty decent second half, but he definitely fell off.
Yeah.
And same for, you know, in general, Senzu and Mazinho, right? Off the back of that previous map where they both looked so solid. Been quiet here. It's tough. 45 seconds. Re-smoking towards single door. That shuts down the idea for BCG, at least for the time being. But the way they're set up, this is looking like a late round pop towards this top side.
Just how do you dislodge this player on the top of the hut? You have Simple with a Molotov, but doesn't look like he's interested in getting involved. It's Mazinho that will be the one that deploys the util, but it's on the other side of the hut. Sira can still keep eyes on door, but he's towing the line between the flames and some safety. It's his teammates that are getting flashed out. So Electronic finally deals with that player from the hut, but they converge. They create the crossfire. Simple able to trade, wrapping the bomb site to Mazinho, but Device the instant flick, and with Simple trying to draw him out, Device sends that fight at him quick. Two back-to-back rounds to break OT. 100 Thieves are in the lead and firmly.
Yeah, the numbers, they just didn't expect there to be that many, especially around single door. Yeah, two playing up close. Sira, who's top pot, who drops down, an open site player, and the main player all ready for that fight and that push through single door. They get decimated. Really well done. But that Device shot backside, that keeps them afloat. Without that shot, they get a plant out of that round, and it could have been a completely different ending.
He should not have gotten away with that.
Yeah. Rock smoke, what can Gizmy do with that as well? There might be a nice little gap for him to work with, but BCG, they're starting to really squander a lot of opportunities. Raid, gonna be tested early. He will pass it with flying colors as he finds Majors. He was blinded up, and there's 3 players on towards this site, ready for this hit. Senzu, we need miracles, and we're not gonna get it. Simple shutdown as well. Flawless CT side, 3 for 3.
I think we're gonna go for.
They have really made use of that Gizmy clutch now. Wow,
Yeah,
what a game changer!
Absolutely true. We said it raised morale.
He kind of come back, made a comeback later round, but
on his ridiculous
they're gonna hold on
clutch.
to the.
They kept them in the tournament.
The momentum.
Kept them in the conversation for the main event at EWC 2026. Rain and Gizmy, great output here toward the upper bomb side. A bit back and forth, but Simple couldn't close things out, and now 1 round is all they need here on this T side.
Tail end of that T side half as well. 100 Thieves are starting to figure things out, so they can tap back into that.
I think
they're in trouble.
They'll just go ramp less.
Yeah,
they had ramp so many times and it did not work for them. So do anything but that, and they likely close.
Well, outside seems to be the initial idea. Break on the smoke. Device spots nothing. Smokes of their own to give them safe passage down towards Secret.
Yeah, and there's actually no response. BCG, I mean, they throw the incendiary, but actually quite late. So a player could have snuck his way down. Likely would have heard the singe given the position of Mazinho. It's a total reset here from 100 Thieves. A lot of presence towards outside, but no actual bodies committing to that. Am I wrong? Are they going to group and go back to ramp because the door push is coming for BCG?
Doesn't work, and they might just scale up the pace a little bit. Rain finds that push. Might get a chance at another as well. As Simple as flashed off the angle. Again, he's going to be tested for this second time, and there's another flank which Rain is ready for. Swing and a miss from him, but Sira sharp on the trade as they're reverting back towards A. But there is bodies here to meet them, and Major's trying to make up for that round from earlier, and he might just do it, but he runs low on ammo. It's all on Simple. We need something to roll back a little bit and show why he's still got it, but they drop down.
Yeah, that should be it. They know where he is. They can just plant towards lower, no problem here. I can't see a world where he wins this one. Gizby can even have time to get out of there.
Should be impossible. It should be. But he is isolated at the very least. There's a window as Gizmy spotted backside, but Simple's now got to figure out where is this second player. Deagle doesn't connect, and Gizmy does.
Go for
he closes out regulation and overtime as well. What a recovery by 100 Thieves. And we're now going to a map 3.
We're going to Anubis, and I can't believe it, quite frankly. The fact that Gizmi was able to deliver the goods in, it felt like such a done deal. You're up against the veterans as well. You thought he's got no chance here. 3 versus 1, smoke down towards main. He keeps him in it, and then a flawless run in overtime. That's going to feel so good, and such a gut punch to a team we know that are sometimes known as tilters. You know, they could actually collapse from this now. This could actually cost them the series.
Even if I understood coming into this series, we were going to be a little biased.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bit of Gizmi glaze. He is the reason. He's the beating heart of this team, clearly. I mean, highest rated player of the event. You've pointed that out a number of times, but it's staggering to see that those types of rounds are all you need sometimes to just activate everybody else. Because, yes, the tilt might come in at the same time as this. You get this extra morale boost. Like, how on earth is Gizmi
it's
pulling
like a
up?
Second chance of life.
Yeah.
You know, you felt like it was all over. Everyone's accepted their fate. It's like, right, guys, we'll get the next tournament, don't worry. And he wins that clutch, and all of a sudden, everyone's believing again.
Yeah, anything is possible at that point.
Anything. We can do anything we want. Dude, moving on to Anubis next. I'm just lost for words at this point. I didn't think they stood a chance there. Bear in mind, Device was 0-7. Started finding some real form towards the end of it, and very influential frags. I thought he was down in the mud, Neo, but he managed to bring it all the way back.
And not only 0-7, map number 1, he was pretty missing as well, right? So he's now alive. We need probably still a little bit more out of him because Simple, especially that first half, was incredible. And we need him to counter, but Poi's looking sharper. He's looking a little bit more, at least alive in the way that we want him. We need to see him getting into the thick of these fights and being able to convert 1-for-1s, and he's doing that. And that's all we need from him because he's getting the support that it gives me out of Syrah. So 100 Thieves are finally starting to click, finally starting to come alive when it matters most. And into Anubis, this really becomes quite interesting because they're firing on all cylinders.
He's actually very well-rounded aside from Device for the most of this game.
Yes.
Then once Device showed up, it's like, okay, the whole team is here now. Whereas for BCG, the Mongolians kind of went missing.
And Zinyu especially, huh?
Yeah, they just were struggling to find the same impact they got out from the on Inferno, whether it's the quick reactions or the entry attempts from Sensu. They just weren't getting the same success rate. It was actually Magus that actually fronted a lot of the killing power when it came to that T side.
And it's a point that you brought up, Henry, as well. As much as Simple's numbers look great, they were kind of all the first half. He actually really quieted down.
I think he was like 19 or 20 kills in that first half, and you're like, wow, your job's pretty much done at that point. We wish you better close this one out. But yeah, he just completely fell off on the T side. I don't think that's the reason that they lost. I feel like this closing out that key round, that key clutch, even though he was involved in it, but if he can bounce back, he'll be absolutely fine. But it was an electrifying, simple performance in the first half. We can't deny that. And the fact that they kind of swapped roles and then Device picked it up, he didn't do anything as insane, but just really reliable kills and hitting the shots he really had to on his CT side.
But that's kind of the difference between those two in their careers, isn't it, right? Simple's the highlight reel.
Exactly,
Device is the angle holder, but he's the one who guarantees the kill. And we did get to see exactly that. And you're now looking towards a map like Anubis, which does have a lot of prevalence for AWPers, but primarily those who like to get active, those who like to really swing in towards the fights and use it as a bit of a shotgun. So you'd argue maybe a benefit Simple, who is looking sharp, but if 100 Thieves are all online, this really becomes an interesting map number 3.
It's one of those where it's very difficult to make independent plays, though, as an AWP.
Yes,
I know Simple loves a bit of autonomy, but you need a rifler with you to kind of enable a lot of those peaks, whether it's they're taking first contact or they're just sending their body through the canals or pushing through B main. That's usually where the AWPers thrive the most, is being that secondary window into an advantage.
Shout out to the young guns as well, Deploy and Syrah. I thought they had some really great moments in terms of the teamwork towards the end of that one. They didn't give up. That's a really stressful game as well. Didn't seem too shocked by it or too stunned. They actually kept their head above water and managed to keep up with the rest of the team.
And we need to see that as well now in towards this decider. There's so much experience on the other side for BCG that you kind of want to see them at least be able to compete in that sense, right? Because we talked about it a bit, they do lack consistency. They have these really pop-off maps and moments, but you'd actually prefer it across the series, and you don't want to rely that much on somebody like a Gizmi, who obviously is firing all cylinders and he's looking great, but he shouldn't be your number.
Very guys.
Well, you guys have been flip-flopping around the predictions all day long. What do you think about this third and final map?
I'm sticking with BCG. I'm not flipping back.
That's it? Locking it in?
I'm not flipping back.
No, I never flipped. I'm actually always 100 Thieves.
You're always 100. Okay, nice.
I never flipped.
There's some sort of cosmic justice that happened midway through this game.
Tongue-in-cheek joke, actually. You know, I'm supporting Gizmi all the way.
Should we get a little update? I might have to use my phone to see what's going on the other streams.
I did see GG Hal took map number 1, which is pretty good, and what was my other one as well? There was another one, another 13-11. Was it maybe Big? I want to say
Big versus Gen 1.
Yes,
they're up a map, and there's one the pistol in the second.
It was 13-11 on that one as well. Same for the GG Hal game as well.
Anything else going on? Eyeballers, we wanted to see them go through. K27 took the first map there. We just want the storyline of Grims and JW.
Yeah, Fnatic Eyeball,
kind of what we want, isn't
Fnatic Eyeballers as a head-to-head would also just be so sick.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So
Well, apart from that, Hotu versus Inner Circle. Hotu found the first map. You said you like Hotu, right?
I do like Hotu.
Okay, well, there you go. But now, though, we'll go catch our breath. We'll be back with Anubis between 100 Thieves and BCG.
To survive the wild, some species delegate a lookout.
I found the perfect shape.
Oh, great. Can you shut the door, please? Thank you.
Which is handy for finding sustenance in crucial moments.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Chomps. Take bigger bites.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You joined us for the last day here at the Esports World Cup. Last chance qualifier, and what a banger of a game we have been given so far. 100 Thieves taking on BCG. It looked like the latter had the game in the palm of their hand. A 1v3 clutch against the plucky British in-game leader. We thought there was no chance they were to give it up, but all of a sudden the round is turned on his head. Gizmy is the hero, and he takes us to a third map. Let's hope we get more of that action, boys, because that was electrifying.
It was the GOATs of CSGO versus Gizmy.
Yeah.
A new age is upon us.
The goat of UPenn, yes. But honestly, what a storyline this would be if BCG end up going on to lose this series.
It would be
one
insane.
round away. You're kind of in dominant form.
One
very good
kill.
first. Yeah, exactly. And it all slips. That would be a huge, huge storyline. And also just to not have these guys at the main event.
Otherwise, I mean, Mazinho and Senzu are going to have to start learning Mongolian.
There's Glaive, one of the most iconic Counter-Strike in-game leaders of all time, pulling the strings now of 100 Thieves. His first coaching role since leaving ENCE. Didn't really get much done in CS2, I would say, as a player, but I feel this is a perfect role for him.
Yeah, but he also gets to continue to build on chemistry that he has, obviously, with Magisk as now the new in-game leader on this team, and so it's a lot of passed down knowledge, I'm sure. There were points as well in Astralis towards the end where Glaive was transitioning his responsibilities and trying to distribute that with his team as he had less time, family to look after, and now his new family are 100 Thieves that... Or rather, sorry, got that the wrong way around. We're against each other. My brain is fried.
It's been a long day, but the ninth round is concluded. It is a T-sided map, as we talked about earlier, and we'll see if BCG can find their form, hold their nerve after a very frustrating finish to Nuke. It's getting loud in here once again. Rain has looked solid as ever. Mr. Reliable, you can call him over the years. There's Taz as well. Second big coaching role after G2.
Yeah, they pick the moment as our series goes live to once again get the drums and vuvuzelas back out. Thanks, lads.
It's okay. That will ground me as well. Will bring us all back to reality. Fighting for our lives every single game today.
Yeah, the fact you have to do 3 best-of-3s as well. Potentially 9 maps.
Long day.
Like, yeah, holding it together.
The drafts were random, and they got drawn against each other on the same side of the bracket. 100 Thieves versus BCG. Final map, it's Anubis, and Rain is blind as a bat. Magisk, a flying entry into this A site.
What a way to start as well, and he looks for a little more, but Gizmy's there in that head-to-head of the IGLs, and Zenio. Well, that quick trade, but they're actually not going to commit towards this A site. They're going to fall away, reset him, because Electronic has got so much space towards B. He's pushed all the way through. Syrah, can you deny? He does get one. Simple gets 2, so he one-ups him and leaves it all on the vet device. 1 versus 3. There's the first. Electronic will lose his head, but the numbers get punched in. Simple's half HP and just a little bit lower. And Zenio, not exactly healthy himself in this 1 versus 2 as Device will push his way forward. They're sort of playing off each other, but he can isolate. Barrel spotted, and he will fall in the end. There was a moment there that he could have isolated that.
Absolutely. 1 versus 3. Managed to cut it down to size. Low HP on the remaining 2 players there, but unable to find the headshot. Too many angles to check. Device, though, looking solid after a very, very slow start in the series. Got going on Nuke. And a fantastic man-up. Speaking of fantastic, that flashbang towards A main. Rain got absolutely domed by it. And then a pretty clean P250 sequence from Simple as well. Gives them a pistol victory. It's going to be the Eco coming in from 100 Thieves. Deagle for Rain. USPs otherwise. Bit of a gimme round here.
You'd hope. Eagle all alone, and Zenio, he spotted a lot here. There is pressure coming his way, and he'll take a dink. He needs to run. Oh, it's not pretty. He'll get his kill, but it's not pretty. AK recovered.
Oh, that's absolutely massive, to be honest. Taking an AK forward. 2-0, completely locked in.
Best thing Gizmy can get is the deagle that's in connector somewhere, so long as Sarah stays afloat, yeah, this is they'll make out like thieves. No problem. One of the highest value weapons they had on the map only had 2 AKs and these 3 Galils.
This was a full eco, bear in mind as well, so that we'll be able to buy going forward. Much stronger now with the saved rifle. In more ways than one. 2-0 though, BCG. Not a huge deal, they lose one player there, but a high value weapon as you mentioned. Shaking off the tilt from Nuke. As we said in the pregame, 1 kill away. And that 1 kill was in a 1v3 in their favor. Could have got the job done there and then. Wasn't meant to be. Gizmy had other ideas.
In terms of experience and, you know, depth of play, Anubis is a map where, whether you're a veteran or not, it's not like any of these guys made their mark on Anubis as, you know, figuring out the best way to play.
Whoa, you say he didn't make their mark. Koi made his mark. Most kills ever in a map for a long, long time.
But it's the rookies, it's the younger, it's the new gen. A newer map, of course.
So, opening frag, this device to go down, courtesy of Electronic. He gets it done with the Galil. It's a frag towards the temple position. And now they can reset. What's the next maneuver here? Electronic is very low himself. In terms of util, it's still pretty healthy on the T side. 3 smokes, few flashbangs. Senzu up towards E-Box and Gizmy patrolling this window position. Mzinho will find out in a harsh way. But that's their cue to make their way in towards B.
They're re-aggressing in towards middle as well, so even if they don't get contact, they could have a very fast flank towards B.
That is awful timing from Simple to pull away. He gives a cautionary glance, but he's setting up util. Gizmy's getting it behind. He's got at least 1 for free, and there might be more here as well. He does spot another. But Poi's alone towards this site. He has to go huge. That's bomb spotted, and it's Senzu dropped as well. Poi's going huge. And he's buying time for the rotation to come forward. They're dropping 1 by 1, BCG. And now they might even be saving.
Yeah, Electronic on 7 health. They just don't fancy their chances, especially because they know that there's somebody that's pressuring the back lines. That's Gizmy, who's remaining elusive. Didn't commit to T-spawn, didn't commit to that flank. Just got his kill, got out, and made them hyper-paranoid. And so now he understands that, yes, this is a full save decision from BCG, but Magus gives his life up. And so Rain's actually going to go hunting for this final frag. Electronic round the corner, even on that low health, guillotines Rain.
Such a shame for Electronic. 3 kills for him. He got the opener as well, but very active response there from 100 Thieves. Exploring their options towards middle. As you mentioned, though, Simple, very unfortunate timing. As soon as he averts his gaze from middle, that's when he swing around, and the round is stolen away by the Thieves. This is how he got that. Okay, it's a bit lucky, give you that, but we'll take it. Clean kill with the Galil through the smoke. Having to save the weapons. Electronic will take the AK into the following round here. Money should be okay. Galil for Magus. Mzinho down to the MAC-10. Slowing down in this series now. Had an absolute barn burner of a showing on Inferno. Nowhere to be seen on Nuke. Can he find his form once again here in the 3rd and final map? Everything on the line here. It's so important to these 2 organizations to make it to the main event. In terms of the VRS points especially. To have aspirations of the major. It feels like EWC was a must for both of them.
That smoke down towards A as well slows them. It looked like they were ready to commit in towards control. But as it dissipates, second crack artist as well. They'll send him Zenio and that MAC-10 round. Does he get a flash here or is he going to go dry? Well, with that smoke, he now knows he can do the latter. So control taken, but they can't really do anything with it at the moment. And there's 2 players towards A ready to meet them.
They're bursting it.
Yeah, in comes the util. Double mollies down as well as smoke towards heaven. And up close, Rain is ready to fight.
Oh.
He cannot get the first. Gizmy does get 2 before falling, which you could argue is enough because Civ is here in quick time. But again, he probably needed a double out of that. Bomb will be planted, and an AWP and a retake is never pretty.
100 Thieves are split. I mean, there's no way that Device and Poi can link up. Fresh smoke towards camera as well with Device on that AWP. That is not a favorable engagement.
No
it will
kid.
have to be on Poi on the flank. They gotta really get going here. They're still taking their time with it because of that absence of a kit.
Yeah, doesn't seem like they're picking up the pace anytime soon. Poi just felt like he'd give it a look in, didn't really have anything to work with at all. Device was already considering the save at that stage. It will be BCG answering back after the first round picked up for 100 Thieves. Yes, Magus with 2. Simple will join him for a frag there as well. This time their clutch comes out on top, and they go 3-1.
Yeah,
Money's going to be in a pretty dire spot now as well.
Gizmy almost did enough, but they just kept it evenly trading, and you give them enough room like that in an after plant when you don't have kits, it's almost impossible to win. I don't know if that's a pet peeve or not, but it's one of those situations where they're sort of half in, half out because, like you said, Henry, they're sort of considering the save already very heavily before even committing to the retake.
Well then, suggest we won't be seeing much investment here. A Device AWP. But these are the sort of rounds he knows he can step up in. In his heyday, you would expect him to win these ones. Device on the AWP, teammates on some upgraded pistols, him actively looking for picks. Can it be enough this time? Patrolling towards middle right now. No AWP on the T side to note. He will have the advantage in terms of those long-range duels. They can pop that smoke over when I say that. They don't have an HE grenade. Molotov'd out. What's the next move here? Just taking vision away from the CTs right now. Did he see Gizmy there? Well,
actually get it.
He still gets him fully blind.
Blind spray. Fortune favoring Magus there. This Gizmy will drop. Boy's up close, he's only got a USP, but he's actually flashing towards the fight. That is, beautiful. Poi and Sarah, the youngsters, combine well. And AK recovered. Let's kind of make this a bit interesting. AK and an AWP. I'm not going to count out 100 Thieves just yet.
I feel like that's such an underutilized flashbang. Usually it's the the T's that are throwing util through that window, not the other way around.
True. So B splits coming through for BCG. Where is the Device AWP? It's currently in towards camera. Comes down to Poi here. Poi Wonder looking to step up, getting a couple of kills now. Really coming to life with this AK-47. Is it going to be enough? Perhaps.
2v2.
He's given Device enough runway here to work with in the 2v2 of his AWP. No kits available. Rain will join him on the 5-7. Bomb planted, and both players near the E-box right now.
It's going to be another half in, half out, I think, because Rain has no armor in a 5-7. He's just waiting for his frag. Device, it holds initiative. He's still crawling forward. He hits the tag. 64 health split on both players of here on BCG. Now Rain starts to make his move. He's loud on his approach. AK recovered as well. And they know that they're playing to fight, but they just simply cannot connect and finish the job. It's Magus that gets both.
Nice one.
A hat-trick of frags for the in-game leader of BCG.
He was posted as well. After he gets that first tag, he was posted, but he quick switches at the worst possible time. And again, you kind of touched on it. Just half in, half out, and these retakes are killing them. We just need a little bit more conviction. And let's actually give this a go, or let's not.
Close rounds. Scary one there for BCG, but continuing with their winning ways here on the third and final map. Tactical timeout. I think that's because Device can't buy the AWP. He's down to an MP9, in fact. So we'll have M4s otherwise. We've got a kit as well for Poi. Utility's not too bad. We'll see if they want to bring in a little bit more of an aggressive play here with the MP9 and try and take some territory early. We discussed it in the pre-game, the smoking steps, pushing down canals, pressure from A main as well. There's lots of CT aggressive options available. This iteration of Anubis.
Few updates as well.
Oh, hit me.
In a circle of beating Hotu 13-3.
Oh,
so that's gone to as a sider.
Oh, no.
So that's gone map 3. And Ascend have crushed 1-win 13-3 on Ancient. Spellens just put up a career map high
of a
2.66 rating in the Big 26.
It's made to be.
Spellin in the Big 26. 2.66 rating. So that's also gone to the sider as well. Point, he'll find the first raid. Getting aggressive, looking for two behind it, but Mazzilio, while blind, recovering, will deliver. Gizmi there quick to bring the numbers comfortably back in favor for 100 Thieves. So off the back of the pause, they've ramped up the pace, and it's worked for them, leaving Electronic and Majors with it all to do. 1 minute 20 in a 2 versus 4.
As you would expect, you know, you highlighted, Henry, just the idea of, listen, things that have not been working by sitting on bomb sites, just be aggressive. There are options. They go for the more standard, you know, aggressive canals control is something that is so disruptive. I don't think there's any team that has solved how to deal with that as a team.
Probably the perfect time to call for it, right? Because you haven't got the device Zorb to sit back and hold those tight angles, and you've got an MP9 in his hands. Might as well get stuck in and see if you can cause some chaos here, and they certainly did. Gizmi looking to close things out here. That's around guaranteed at this stage. 45 seconds remaining for Magisk. M4 in hand, about half HP, full utility belt, but you'd think there's almost no chance, but look at the cash here for BCG. Even after finding a great amount of rounds here, the rounds have been relatively close. Major should be dealt with momentarily here. Almost has zero chance. Surrounded, and it will be Device to close things out there. Second on the board. Bear in mind, very
Okay,
T-sided
BCG, grabe palang play, ano eh.
only need 3 or 4 rounds on the CT side to have enough to work with.
Yeah, for sure. Really good kind of
Mga veterano na sila. Simple og si Electronic ang daan. Teammate na sila daan sa Navi pa.
Leading the way at the moment. Device can once again come alive a little bit.
But
It was, again, a bit of slow start, but a second kill there, and
Pila na ka major
he starts to
championship
rekindle
gidauga
that flame
na.
a bit alongside
Ika na
Boy,
sa
who knows
Astralis.
loves this map.
Ang coach niya sa una, ang coach
Things do
karon
become
sa
kind of interesting.
Falcons. Si Kwan.
Still looking for Senzu from map number 1. We haven't found him for
Sonic.
a while. He's 1 and 5 at the moment. And it is a 4-spy.
Dayon si Mosinho og si Senzu. Ikan pras Mongol.
He's up close, is Syrah.
Bigatin pa na sila
Make that a
mga
second for him. Simple
household
does get
name.
a consolation. Maybe a second at it as well. But Poi, lovely shot. He looks for more and he gets a lot of damage off, but it's not enough. Major's going to 1 versus 2. But on the cross, Gizmi's there. And that'll shut down that move towards that B side. The pacey idea isn't bad, but in the end, the firepower overwhelms.
I don't know how I feel about it when they're going for its aggressive burst into the site and the bomb's been left behind. Even if they did take the site, it would have been very awkward. It was still over by the T steps, just at the entrance to be. So nobody went to pick up that thing.
Yeah.
They also just didn't clear for Syrah in the corner.
Didn't seem like there was that much pressure being applied to the defenders here. You're looking at the frags in their POV. No one's blind. No one's having to move or be pressured by any utility. So a little underwhelming there from BCG. That was their 4-spy. Now we're down to the full eco. The MP9's out of Device once again, chomping at the bit to get some of these eco kills.
Yeah, there's money to be made here.
Yeah.
Some serious cash.
So he's going to get baited in by Rain. He'll take the initial contact, peel off the angle, and set up Device.
F flashes. They don't use them. They just try and barrel through with numbers and Rain will sweep up.
Oh.
He's loving it. Tapping away, and in the end, on the reload. Beautiful for Rain. A 4K for him. There was money to be made there for the MP9, but gets traded immediately. Round is all that matters.
They had 2 flashes. Magus had 1. I think
True.
Simple had the other. I just thought they'd use 1, at least. No bother. About $400 down the drain. They knew this wasn't a round that had any high hopes.
Tied game. This is pretty massive for 100 Thieves. Bear in mind, on Nuke, we thought they were done for. We thought they were eliminated. A 1v3 clutch from Gizmi. The new in-game leader kept them in it, and now recovering the deficit here on Anubis. Speaking of Gizmi, great play there. Finds one, drops off, and somehow gets away with it as well. Keeps his life and falls back towards E-Box. Excellent work.
Yeah, because that stare smoke as well.
Nice.
He can't be traded dropping down. The device will be dropped. Simple will find one of his own. Syrah gets that molly down, the incendiary, which they are going to respect. They don't push through. Rain's isolated on A, but he's pushed main and see nobody there. So he can sort of focus his attention back towards the side if he wants, and the spam isn't bad on towards Senzu.
They're bringing that reinforcements. They know that A feels the weakest, and that camera is just open runway here for BCG. So it's all on Rain just to hold on to this main position because his teammates are coming from CT spawn.
Ray Molly, that'll split him up as well, but Poi's going to win his fight. That's huge. Look some more behind it. Raid will deliver from main. Poi getting a few. Beautiful 3-piece for the youngster, up to double digits now, 10 and 5.
Dang
And
it.
it's 100 Thieves who are going to take the lead after a less than adequate start. They're now alive and kicking.
This is huge. The fact you're in the lead now on the CT side. We were talking about the idea of 3 rounds being enough when they were 4-1 down. And here we are. Looking like they're in full control. Bomb planted and lost bonus accumulating for BCG. Maybe a tactical timeout required. And all great work from Gizmi. The awareness, like you said, smoke down towards T-steps. Knew he'd be safe. Can actually get back in towards the safety of the bomb site there. And Poi really starting to step up now and show us some of that skill. The reason why they picked him up. Having some serious impact now. And there is the timeout. Taz calls it. Money actually not as promising as I thought.
Yeah.
2,900 on the loss bonus.
I also just don't think you'll see BCG do another A attack like that, where it's just a heavy camera. You see just how strong it is, where someone just holds onto main on that CT side. They come from camera, but they're not going to use that as a solid after plant position. It doesn't feel safe. You get pincered from both sides as they come out from beach house. And when Rain activates just in the chaos, BCG just feel totally boxed in. It is far from comfortable.
Well, let's see what they can bring. Round number 10 here. Simple all in with the Hero AK. Fast in towards A main. Down in through the smoke. No one coming out on top just yet. Bombs there as well. 3 players. On the T side towards A main. Simple is going to be taking these challenges.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, please. Simple is going down. Device will find him. It's Poi, though, lighting them up. He steals the show, looking for a triple kill now. And maybe
Senzu
biting off more than they can chew. Senzu, being quiet for a while now.
Ooh, hang on. Electronic, he's pushed B before and got it for free. And this time, it's the same result. Molly down to cut rotations. They've got the B side.
Nice
Electronic's
one.
here with that salvage door.
Okay.
Rain will fall, 2 versus 2.
All right.
And this is now doable. They're going to double stack E-Box. With that being said, this is a difficult retake for 100 Thieves. Syrah and Gizmi have got to lock in it, but they've got full belt to util more or less to work with. But they're coming in splits, and they're not going to be able to play off each other properly. And BCG are just going to buy time. They're not playing contact. They're not playing for information. They're inviting the fight in and hoping they can isolate.
Come on in.
And they might just Gizmi. He does walk in towards the offer. Second, but Electronic hit the shot. You don't see him all
Come
too
on
often on
in.
it, but when you do, he is able to light it up. Syrah, the nade's a nice idea, but the molly doesn't go deep enough. And even though he gets the kills, it will not matter. Round 1 here by the T side, and Syrah will fall just as that cherry on top.
Yeah, you won't be too mad that all 5 players go down. You entered the
Come
round
on
with
in.
1 Hero AK. There wasn't really required a CZ and a few Tech 9s. And Electronic, of all the players to save the day with the AWP, it looked like it was done here. But like I said, they maybe outstay their welcome, allowing Senzu to find that sort of impact with the double kill. Electronic closes things down. They buy just enough time to deny the clutch from Syrah here. Didn't have the time to defuse last couple of rounds.
Electronic was just hitting quick flicks. That's not what we would categorize him with typically.
Love to see it.
Bit of a gut punch here for 100 Thieves. I mean, they've still got money in the back coffers, but one more round like that, and we're at the end of the half, and you might have to have a couple compromises. Rain hasn't got a built-up economy. Look at this gap they found. Just immediately contact, scrolling through middle. Flash in the camera. Gizmi will deploy the smoke, but Electronic's ahead of it, and Gizmi's nade doesn't slow them down. In fact, they line up almost for Gizmi to get a double, but a simple trade will have to do. Rain still in control of A main once again, but BCG have the site in a 4-on-4.
Heaven Plant is so strong here as
Mozinho.
well. They know it's a possibility. Rain's already done this once before. Why wouldn't he be there again? But this time they do actually have presence to come in behind as Mozinho's waiting for that moment, trying to cut rotations. A double play through camera. 1 through Heaven, 1 through main, and Simple. Oh,
Nice
he gets
one.
the second on the edge of that smoke.
Hello.
Tracks the tracers, and Poi will fall. Syrah Device, they want nothing to do with this now, and Syrah, even fortunate to get out of there, with only a slight tag, but a consolation kill is all he'll get. He's not going to give it a look in. And it will be BCG taking back the lead and doing it well.
Turns out all they needed was to get that up to sing on this T side, and it wasn't even theirs to begin with. Electronic stealing that off the corpses of 100 Thieves. Got his double, and now Simple does what Simple does. Also a double for himself in the afterplant.
The things were looking a little bit rough for BCG, but a bit of magic with the pistols. Some simple heroics on this A splits. The AWP lighting them up on the retake. Second shot was divine. And it will be them confirming 6 on the board here, but Money's absolutely fine. This has already been a great half, all things considered for 100 Thieves. We're getting aggressive. Device taking matters into his own hands here, looking for the opening pick if possible. Setting up the angle. Teammate Syrup flashed off though. Do they peel off this? Do they maintain the control? These are the questions. And for the boost. How long can you justify holding this for?
Especially considering Senzu is starting to get up close towards E-Box.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's nobody there to cover them doing this boost inside of main. They break it down though. Oh, Magus, that's gonna suck.
Lovely from Gizmy.
Just totally undressed in window.
Three towards B. Re-smoke as well towards E-Box to slow down this roll. And now Majors, who has to call from the grave. What decision does he make here? They've got no real information to work off, no real space to work off. You can have all the water you want. It's similar to what we say with Nuke Ramp. It's not a sight.
Final round here. There'll be no saving this time. They have to do it about the in-game leader as well. B split looking very likely indeed. Prime opportunity for Device to step up with the orb, but the flashbang gets him off the angle. Can he recover? First mid shot comes through. Syrup only good for 1 towards E-Box, but maintaining the man advantage. And Genio, he's trying to fight one back, but it looks like we might be done here. It's going to take something remarkable, and it's not going to happen. Simple. He really will have to roll back the years here. 15 seconds, 3 versus 1. It's not going to happen. Boy, fantastic showing from him. Great recovery in general from 100 Thieves. They were 4-1 down, and they managed to actually have a pretty stellar first half in the end, considering on the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, BCG kind of get lucky with the rounds that they get away with. That electronic round probably shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And it could have been a more dominant CT display instead. But yeah, sometimes all you need is a lifeline. We learned that in the last map at the very end of it.
Little update for you guys as well. We've got a few more teams who are locked in to the round of 8. Sashi took down Betclick 2-0, so they were the second team after Fnatic. And Big as well have beaten Gen 1 on home soil, I guess, for the organization, 13-4. So they were playing Sashi in that round of 8 game, that qualification game.
The other side of the bracket right now, I think 1W are playing as well, right? They will be. Who are they playing against?
Map 3 now going against Ascend. Ascend destroyed the Map 2, spelling career high rating.
Yeah, that's cool. Right.
The unction really showing up here at the quals. You love to see it. But yeah, should be really interesting. But that top side of the bracket's nearly done as well. K27 are currently 11-5 up against Eyeballers in Map 2. They already won Map 1 as well. So they're on the brink of a game against Fnatic for qualification. So at the moment, it's looking like we're going to have 2 of Sashi, Big, Fnatic, and K27 booking their spot to the EWC main event.
You're telling me the old school players are enjoying the open qualifier?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
All we need to do is get Henry back on there, and then we're starting to cook.
Dude.
What happened to 4 Kings?
I retired in 2011, imagine that. Before CSGO really came out.
Your time is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Bring him back.
The open land tour is open.
I've heard you've been grinding. You've been getting ready for a stage like this.
I mean, yeah, just dropped 2300 elo on Faceit. I think I might be ready, yeah.
He's back. He's ready. Season 9 is scared of a Henry G performance.
Compared to some of the other open qualifier teams, you might actually be overqualified.
True.
Yeah, true.
Good point.
There's a couple of 11 lines kicking around, so...
Well, technical pause. Just a note, like, we haven't really had many of these at this tournament so far, considering the scale, the ambition of this open land qualifier. 64 teams, and yeah, we have not really had any tech issues at all. No severe ones, at least.
32 teams playing simultaneously, and then not only that, today we've got all of these and Rocket League going on as well, so...
Yeah.
Big
a lot of moving parts here, and we're absolutely nailing it.
Yeah.
Huge game here, probably the game of the day. This is the one we're really hoping for, and it has delivered, I would say. 100 Thieves versus BCG. It's had some high-octane moments, some heartbreak, some tragedy, some great clutches. And now on the third and final map, not much separating these two teams at all. Unclear who will be taking it. It's wide open.
The thing is, there's so much name brand value we have in Counter-Strike. Whether or not you're a huge fan of the team or just the player, each of these squads has 2-3 pieces that you can look at, regardless of which generation you come from.
even their coaches can get behind.
Yes.
I grew up watching the coaches.
It's so easy to support a team when you can just levy nostalgia or just simply have hopes for the future.
So, 6-6. Nothing separating them. We didn't have it any other way. And aggressive from Senzu and Simple. USP's in hand. Senzu in no man's land as well. Needs to be very careful. Can't afford to get caught off here. Flashbang doesn't actually hit the mark at all. No one's flying towards A main. This is quite messy. But still, they will recover. I don't know how, but they've managed to get the first 2 kills.
You compare that to BCG's pistol. The flash hit, they get into the bomb site, but somehow similar result for 100 Thieves.
Yeah. Round not done. I will say that, but they still have 2 smokes, a Molotov and a flash. It would take a historic blunder to give this one up, boys.
This feels very reminiscent of an Inferno round where they just pause after they get these early picks and they know that there's going to be some kind of re-aggression, but they use a lot of their util and they're going to be actually moving the other way, hoping to catch Simple inside of Connector. Electronic can swing out for main as well, and so he'll catch him on the backstab, but Device gets the trade, but they don't know about this extra man in main, and so it's just completely gone wrong here for 100 Thieves. A 5-on-3 that is squandered. Magisk just has to simply run away, back away so that Rain can't get an isolated fight. Simple's there as reinforcements. On his low health though, he dies in the crossfire. And so Magisk crawls out.
Nice.
He simply will not falter.
How? What is happening in that round?
They don't mess rounds like that up.
What is happening in that round?
You kind of put it together perfectly as well. The fact they get that huge advantage and they kind of sit there and wait, and it's to their demise. You think a 5-on-3 of all that utility was a done deal, locked in, and somehow, some way, Simple battling tooth and nail by himself at range, fends them off, somehow gets in the man advantage. At 2 versus 1, they're able to close out as well. That is an absolute robbery of a round. And no plant as well somehow. After all that, you get a 5-on-3 of all the util. You execute on a side, and you somehow don't even get a plant.
That lack of conviction, actually, when in that 5 vs 3 is sort of what kills them. That pause and allowing the reset to come through allows the re-aggression.
Just take your man advantage,
Oh, hang on. Senzu, he's got 2. He just pushed through B.
Okay, he's had enough. He's fully sending him.
They pressed the attack on both sides. I mean, they were pushing aggressively for middle, and then they didn't see anything. B gets contact first. They wanted to stress out 100 Thieves. They know they shouldn't have lost that pistol.
Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely, they should not be losing that. That's like a red-faced moment. You're feeling kind of embarrassed after that one.
It's just rare you buy so much util and none of it actually does anything for you.
Oh, good reaction from Magisk. He was on that left-hand side, pretty tunnel visioned in, but he'll flick on towards Rain.
They're fired up now. They needed one of those rounds to go in their favor, considering they probably should have already knocked out 100 Thieves on Ewc.
Yeah.
It's kind of round they love to steal away. Keeping decent numbers up here. Bear in mind, this is the eco. They didn't force buy because they didn't get a bomb down somehow in the pistol. So we go 8-6. Guns were coming out next round. Begs the question, though. The BCG want to keep hammering it home with the aggression. Get stuck in. Shut down any intentions on the T side.
Yeah, it's maybe the criticism we could levy as well to 100 Thieves on the way they started their CT side is, you know, we talk a lot about how the reduction in total rounds for CS means you can't condition your opponent as easily.
Yeah.
Jumping straight into some aggressive moves on CT is a great way to mitigate that absence of extra rounds.
Fast plays towards middle.
Oh, how did he lose that? So much damage dealt, but not enough. Electronic 180, head on a swivel, and somehow finds the kill on towards Gizmy. Yes, he's low, but he looks for more, and he finds it. Electronic, 2 huge kills in towards mid to make up for the slight blunder of Simple, and the numbers taken now by BCG early in this round.
Yeah, they are setting the tone here. That was looking so promising for 100 Thieves. You take down Simple quickly, courtesy of your in-game leader, but it's Electronic. Of all the players that finds that nice double. Senzu, he's not backing down. He wants intel, and he wants it now. Calls the B main is clear. They'll smoke off E-Box, but it's a terrible smoke. That's okay, but he gets in front of it. I don't think they'll be anticipating Device to be so quick behind it, though.
No, he's actually got a great room here. Look at this, because they're pulling away.
Yeah.
Senzu's pushed B main, and because of that, they've gifted the site for free. As long as they don't plant for B main, they're actually chilling. There's a worry, though, that they might. Senzu. This round really feels like it hinges on him. Smoke down. Senzu doesn't move just yet, but Poi will. And he'll catch Magisk in transition. to bring it back into a 3 versus 3. One flash for Device to work with, one smoke on the flip side for Senzu, and no kit for this CT side. And this double stack, the elevation here is going to be really difficult for Mazinho to overcover. But there's the first.
Good damage.
Oh, Device going to get another of his own. That's surely got to be it. Rain is reeling, so Device has got to try and buy as much time. They've got to play off each other as well. Do not allow Electronic the opportunity to isolate. And they've played the clock well. Electronic may get his kill, but it will not be enough. Another round, but this time it's for the T side that goes down to the wire.
That actually could have gotten really scary. Rain came through the smoke on his low health to try and give some support to his teammate, and just that's actually the way you lose the round most likely, is if Electronic somehow finds that kill and just simply spams the smoke.
It was looking so good there. They had full control. They had all that information with Senzu out towards B main. They throw the smoke down towards E-Box, and they kind of treated it like a force field. It was unlucky with the timing, like a great read from Device to actually find that space, but I don't think there's any real reason to completely vacate the site and leave one player towards B main. You had the manpower, maybe overcooking, and they're going to try the same aggressive mid play once again. 100 Thieves, that is. Simple to defend, but Molotov off the angle. Lots of space taken very early on here. Smoke down towards camera pretty much nullifies Simple. He knows it as well. I have to reconsider his options.
Yeah,
Big round in terms of the finances.
It 100% as well forces Electronic to have to pick up the slack through Temple. I think there was a possibility that he just simply bunkered into that B bomb site, or maybe even reinforced A, but now he's holding back in CT spawn. So it's a 2-1-2 split here in the BCG defense.
The molly down towards camera and a flash into main. Simple. First line of the fence from up on high. Molly back sight as well. So Simple does need to support Zinho here. He's so blind, and that's where the orb can find its shot. And Gil will get the rotation over as well. So 2 here to defend, but they cannot deny. Numbers being punched in, and a re-smoke towards heaven as well. Gizmi trying to be this insurance policy to cover the rotation. And actually, even just going for 1 kill here and staying alive would be huge. They're spending a lot of time clearing him. Now a known quantity as well. And he'll lose a swinging CZ. Will find Gizmi. Numbers go the way of the CT, but only briefly because Sira's here. But then he falls himself to Magus. Time is ticking on this.
Senzu has a kit.
Rain and Device have got to roll it back here.
Nice one.
Cannot do it. Fine margins, like you mentioned, there's a kid in play. And BCG going to put up a 9th.
If Senzu doesn't get that kill in middle, the round is done.
Yeah.
They don't have the kit. They lose it out towards mid doors.
Nice
There's no
one,
way they
guys.
can go back to recover it. And just the fact that there's so many great after plan positions
Keep
for
the
100
aggression
Thieves,
going.
that should not have been
BCG.
BCG's round. But Senzu just meticulously clearing Gizmi's lurk out is what
There
wins
it
them
is.
this round.
Yeah, you're dead on. Such an important factor of the round. Magus getting a triple as well. Simple on the kit. A dream retake on the CT side as well. We said that was a huge round in terms of the finances, and you can see the ramifications on screen now. They have Rain Galil at this stage, but averaging $2,000. You can't go all in. I don't think you can justify it. The loss bonus just isn't there. So what's the call? What's the play? Timeout will be taken, and the chips are down.
I think this is always the problem as well with a team of 100 Thieves caliber, is that you've got great pieces, but do you have a superstar that's ready to punch up in these types of moments? You can look at down the line on the BCG roster, and even if you're not the most confident in someone like Electronic, for example, he can still have some of those miracle moments.
Yeah.
Got
He's looked
mix
more
of,
impactful this map as well.
Yeah.
He's had
As
a
the
couple of
series
quiet
has gone
moments.
on, actually.
Yeah, this tournament he's had some real quiet moments, but while it's not lighting up the server, there's a lot of impact there. I mean, just think back to that AWP clutch as well.
Yeah.
He scooped it up from E-Box.
just a couple of important frags. That's all he needs. That flare, that poise. 100 Thieves will have to dig deep to find it.
Yeah. We look for Poise and we look towards Poi. 16 and 11, and they might be about to pop through this A-main smoke. Yes, they are. Mzinho forced back, but how well will he deal with the pressure? Nade in front as well as he looks to fight behind it. One of his own as well, which they can avoid with relative ease. And with the util thrown their way, they cancel the initial look at it, but it might be a second pump as they slow things down.
The problem is, Neo, they've got no util at this point. Four players about Kevlar. Like, what do you do? How do you
Simple's
bring
covering the entry.
That was your opportunity, and all the chaos and pandemonium to go through and try and trade out the kills. Well handled by BCG to fend them off, and now you've left them with very little options. They will have to acquiesce and make their way in towards A, but Surely, no way they can pull this one off. Simple. He'll open things up. Device with the P250 is getting a bit awkward now.
Hold
3
on.
kills on entry. You don't need any util, apparently. They've got the man advantage as here comes the retake from Aegis, but the bomb's already planted.
Good smoke. And
Nice,
from Gizmi as well.
Real.
With that recovered AWP, just when it looked like the chips were down for 100 Thieves, they might be about to steal away a round that never felt like it should have happened. It's all on Senzu.
It shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Categorically.
And
Up
they'll
against
call it.
P250s, Glocks, a Deagle, no Kevlar, by the way, and 1 Hero Galil.
It was just, they just swarmed them. You call that the 5-body problem?
The double pump is really good.
Dude, Mzinho, compared to his performance in Inferno, what has happened? He has fell off the edge of a cliff here.
And same for Senzu.
It's
Yeah, true.
Both
It is
of them.
both
Last map they were missing. This one, it's the same again.
Like, that's on him. Like, he's up there on the front lines. He had plenty of opportunities to fall back. He chose to stay at the fountain position and did not deliver the goods.
To be honest, in terms of consistency throughout this series so far, Magisk has been the guy.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's another round that slips by the wayside. So much heartbreak, so much tragedy here. It's a stressful environment, a noisy environment as well. Grouping up as 5 players, catching them off guard, even with 3 CTs lying in wait. It's not like they were out of position. They were there, ready and waiting.
1 Galil.
Look at this decision,
a
by
bunch
the
of
way.
pistols.
They're force-buying around that saved AK.
Oh, my.
They lost a round.
Now we're
flat
getting
to
somewhere.
This, so
Yeah. Is this the tilt factor now starting to creep in? This is an incredibly bold call to make for BCG. You lose this,
they could get locked out.
yeah, you lose the lead, and if anything, probably give it over towards 100 Thieves before you can respond with a full buy of your own.
It's so strange how many times this series and this map even, just one round, just one twist, where when we least expect it, shifts that paradigm.
Well, wouldn't have it any other way. This is what it's all about.
Oh, hang on. There's a lot of bodies here. This could be a bloodbath up close. The swing of the pistol for the first. But it's the Vitex who gets that shot off
Can't
and
find the
delivers.
window.
He's got to get out. And he does just about, but not before. Simple gets one of his own, and same for Senzu. And Simple backside, needing something miraculous.
Nice one.
As Simple turns around and he finds Syrah. And that was all on device, 2 of which on that flip side are so low. Simple and Mzinho, 1 foot in the grave,
Nice.
but it's Simple who swings for a quad
Nice
kill.
one.
And the big man himself steps up to deliver in a moment where they needed a hero.
Let's go, BCG.
Oh my God. We
Let's
speculated
go.
about whether it was the right decision there with the
Let's
force
go.
buy.
What are we doing?
Simple
Let's go, man.
certainly seems to think so. They steal the round away this time. Chaos once again in towards middle. Simple, you think he was done with that spray. It felt too labored to actually recover, but then he ends up getting 4 kills, takes down Device, and finds double digits for BCG. Final tactical timeout now. Backs to the wall once again. 100 Thieves, they do have a buy, but not a great one. 2 players enter the round with 2 pistols, a couple of AKs. Gizmi deciding how he wants to operate with this one. He has $2,600 as he go for a MAC-10, a Galil. He hasn't purchased armor yet, so it might have to be a pistol as well.
But that's why I was highlighting that superstardom. You know, Simple goes in his bag to get them back into this game.
Dude, when he missed the first 10 bullets in the spray, I thought,
I know.
okay, he's cooked. But what a recovery.
Little did we know it was the signature Simple shake and bake.
Yeah, exactly that.
What a decision as well to be like, trust me, like let me full buy in towards this one. Give me the rifle. Let me cook.
For all we know, we could be right about it being tilt, but sometimes you don't want to make Simple
smoke.
angry.
Block the smoke.
They missed unforced error.
It's landed at the mid door somehow still.
Okay, we check that out. Actually somehow useful.
Teamwork makes the dream work in a weird way.
This is a very important round, lads. They are in hot water.
It's a similar buy on the flip side, though, isn't it?
Oh,
for
dude,
100 Thieves?
it actually like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's essentially
crazy.
mirrored.
What?
Let's see if they can match it and go blow for blow with the force buys. A lot of utility as well for 100 Thieves to work with.
Damn. This round could decide their fate. 100 Thieves, that is. Money busted on the CT side as well. That's why they've gone for this force. They know if they can steal another one away, and let's be honest, it might and probably will happen considering what we've seen so far here in Anubis. No one can really dig their heels in. Lots of pistol victories, lots of Glock victories. Looking for 11 rounds. Simple. Prime and ready. Great smoke.
Last time 100 Thieves got around as well, it was this kind of play. It was a pop and an overwhelm towards the A site, and they're going to go for it once again. Simple. He threads the needle between two on that missed shot, and the drive-by will find Zenio. They're stepping up the pace as Rain is getting a forward foot in towards this site. They've taken a C4, punched in place, and the numbers advantage post-plant for 100 Thieves now. This is a difficult retake, and Rain wants to get aggressive. It's risky. He dives around the corner into the not-so. Long arms of Senzu, and they line up. 2 versus 1. It's all on Magisk. The madman in the middle has to come alive here. We've called upon him plenty of times, but they are not giving him anything. No contact, and Poi waits, poised for the fight.
What are we doing, man?
100 Thieves bite back, and back-to-back force buys. What a game.
They've noted the weakness on the map. Mzinho is getting 0 output there, again against pistols.
Mzinho, you are in the open.
Pushed off. Simple missing the shot as well. I say miss. He had a smoke on his screen as well.
See that?
Tough one.
It's
Easy kill.
Like, I think he's trying to do too much. I think he knows he's having a bad game, and he's trying to get in positions where he's going to find multiple kills instead of playing the crossfires, playing for the round. One flashbang,
it doesn't work like that.
Great play from 100 Thieves, don't get me wrong, but Mzinho,
position yourself
to this A bomb site for love nor money.
At least it has like you
anyone
have a cover.
To force buys around 1 gun.
That's an easy
That's
kill.
been the secret sauce
One
these past
flash,
few rounds,
that's
and
it.
no one can deal with it.
You're dead.
Somehow,
took
when
only
you
one
have the
flash.
least, you somehow have the most to give.
Well, as much of as 100 Thieves have probably figured out the weakness, it feels like so have BCG. Quad Slack and A. Giving Zenio all the support he needs. And Simple, who's been playing out through B, is here as well.
Well, he might need another 4K.
Yeah, you're very right.
And he may not get a chance to play if Meg is stuck around inside of Con.
Nervy. They are testing
Surely
the A site.
surely Gizmy goes hunting.
Yeah, he has to.
He's got a Mac 10.
It's now the 3rd smoke they've seen towards A main. They've got to figure out something here, and you can actually see why they cancel immediately. Don't love this Deagle spam by Majors. It leaves me worried.
Yeah, I mean, if they just had someone ready for a flash or something. They're actually investigating his bomb site.
The clock, sub 30 seconds. They're going to make a move.
Could be a master call.
Rain's going in first. Bomb on his back. He's got the support. Siren Device will join him. Majors, we need something ridiculous and he's not going to get it. He'll fall flat, and the red carpet rolled out towards that B site. Nothing really you can do here, and it might actually get kind of expensive as Gizmy is sticking around for the hunt.
They didn't even really need Gizmy to go hunting in the end.
Zenio, 8 out of 15, eight
There
kills,
was so
15
little
deaths.
information around the map, aside from the fact that middle was completely under Gizmy's control and that he had heard and seen nothing. Holding to this rifle, yeah, not going to be a possibility. Mazino's behind him.
You can get it, though.
Yeah, he can nab it, but they're actually going to keep rounding the corner. Rain gets dropped. Another play around there as well. It's Device in the Tech 9, so he doesn't get overwhelmed by the Mazino swing.
Yikes.
A tying 10th round here for 100 Thieves. They've won back-to-back rounds.
They finally have broken through. And that should mean the money is in tatters for BCG here. Syrah opening things up. Nice work towards E-Box. Gives me watching the extremities here. And the hum was on, making sure they take nothing into the following round here. Great work. Mzinio's first kill he's had in about 7 rounds. Almost means nothing. And they have to take the eco here. There's no two ways about it. 5-7 at the top end. P250s elsewhere. And 10-10. A moment's respite here. They know they're up against the eco. Just need to putt this one in. Are we live? No.
I'm feeling no.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you are just joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Do or die time for 2 of the favorites here at the last chance qualifier. Quite frankly, it should have been done after Nuke.
Yeah.
BCG should have closed things out there. A 1v3 against Gizmy. They couldn't hold on. They challenged him too much. They let him into the round. And here we are. It's been absolute chaos here. So many pistol victories. So many hero rifles stepping up and delivering each and every time. And now 100 Thieves have broken the finances of BCG. It's 10-10. They're on the T side as well, bear in mind as well. This is the perfect opportunity for the reverse sweep of the series.
It was just the fact that Inferno was kind of an open and shut case.
Yep.
For Nuke to fall away and then now this calamity of rounds we've had. You know, we get to the cider games, it's very frequent we'll say, this is as close as it's been. But this is as close as it's been. It has not been as back and forth as this throughout any of the maps we've played so far. Been runs, streaks, some momentum being pulled, but the fact that 100 Thieves have just narrowly grabbed 2 rounds straight, yeah, it's hard to come up with a case here for BCG, aside from that star power.
Little update for you as well on some of these games that are going on alongside ours. There was what was looking like a dominant second map from K27. They were 11-4 up. They've choked it. It's now in overtime. My ballers are leading in overtime as well, 14-13. So that might be going to a decider. Outside of that, Phantom GG Hall's gone to a decider as well. Third map.
BCG kind of choke.
Your boys are 8-5 up against the circle on map number 3.
Nowhere to be found, man.
Currently 5-all. Ascend 1 win on map number 3 as well. There's an upset on the cards there. If Ascend take that, that'd be a huge upset.
It would be big.
So then, boys, as mentioned, finances
The kid is
broken.
nowhere. The chubby chick kid
BCG
is
were
nowhere to be
looking very
found.
strong here on the CT side. But that A-bomb site getting weaker and weaker as the game goes
No
on.
utilities.
Good flashback, a chance there, but they flashed themselves, I believe. They managed to get 1.
Hang on.
Oh, good effort from Aegis. Couldn't quite find the conversion there. That was the one chance they had to do something with this round. They get a kill, but that's about it. Dimple will tuck himself in towards E-box.
It's unfortunate for Majors because he spots the AWP barrel, so he's kind of focused on when's this AWP going to move. Doesn't expect the rifle to just come swinging round. It's not impossible, just highly improbable. But with Syrah and Gizmi both low, you scoop up a gun, and with the wildness that we've seen in this game, I'm never going to discount anything.
Some simple magic would be required. He's got the 5-7.
Just no armor. That's the one thing.
His partner in crime, Electronic, but they are so far away. I think this one is done, unfortunately for you. So,
you want to believe, but
100 Thieves find themselves an open A-bomb site here, no problem. Still making sure they don't give anything away. There's been too many nightmare rounds on both sides of the server today.
You save it.
Hard not to be suspicious.
yeah.
Don't take anything for granted.
It's simply
every
too
round is up for
quiet.
debate.
You always just feel like you're being watched somehow. And that's all the other players that sit around you in the LAN hall. Simple only man that stands. 5-7, 20 kills as well. There was a time where, you know, he was sat at, what, 13, really has had these hero moments in these back and forth rounds. Doesn't have a kit, so he's really just trying to threaten them that he's going to jump on the defuse. Hope to keep them around close enough and might be able to get that bomb explosion to do some damage, but it only connects on 1 player from 100 Thieves, so those low health bars didn't matter.
Yeah, and Poi says live, so he doesn't really care. In the grand scheme of things, nice idea. Just trying to get a little bit proactive in a round which you don't have a lot to bring to the table. Yeah, make it a little bit expensive, but it goes the way that we expect. As 100 Thieves inch closer and closer. 2 away now, 1 ahead of BCG. And let's be frank, guys, we look towards this round now. It kind of feels like it is for all the marbles.
This is the game.
This is it. This is all chips in the middle of the felt. You lose this BCG, your money's broken with 100 Thieves on 12.
And it's not exactly like a strong buy right now either. They've got the M4, sure, but there's no kits there, lacking some incendiaries. You can see 4 players without helmets. So this is still a compromised round, to say the very least here.
Yet have we learned nothing from compromised rounds, I suppose?
Yeah, that's a good point.
This round might not go great, but somehow, some way...
Some could argue that BCG are favored here.
Let's see whether they can hold on to this A-bomb site. Will they be tested there once again? Here we go then. Aggressive play from BCG, taking matters into their own hands here. Smoke down towards the T-steps. Electronic patrolling towards the Rugs position as well. 3 CTs here. Actually going to be boosting up in towards middle.
It's lucky that there's actually nobody lurking
Yes.
close, because they missed the jump the first time over.
Yeah, looks like a B execution might be on the cards here. 1 minute 20. Rotating through T-spawn, however. Poi will go join Rain.
B exec with no water presence is quite risky, though.
just that they do it when they still have the smoke up at the stairs. So they do all that pathing, but ultimately it's a relatively standard setup, and they're still going to be flying somewhat blind. Simple pushing through the canals, and just past that smoke just gives them another sight line in because the A players are starting to make a move.
Raining presence. Well, into mid. The molly will come down. No one there, but they're not nibbling.
They know it's B.
Yeah, nade will come over, land right at the feet of Device, and soften them up quite significantly.
Here we go.
35 seconds, they've got to pop in towards this site. Syrah looks like he might be first contact. The molly forces Electronic off that angle, and the AWP cannot convert on the cross. But they're still trying to brute force their way through, and Util is keeping them at bay momentarily. But Syrah, he's first in. That's bomb spilled forward as well.
Nice one.
Off. Oh, we're alive and kicking. And Senzu will deliver, and Simple will close the door. They shut down.
Nice.
And just when it felt like it was there for 100 Thieves, they leave it too late.
Man, oh man.
With all the successes they've had working the map and playing things out, getting a lurker into the red room, splitting things up and dividing the attention of BCG, they just stick true to a simple execute. This is one of those moments that feels like this could be the stage getting to the call.
Well, BCG rising from the ashes here on the CT side. It's 11-11, Make-A-Wish 100 Thieves. There's 3 AK-47s now available on the defense. Simple has the AWP as well. Absolutely everything they need after a very clean and successful round prior. Towards middle we go once again. Electronic to be tested, fully flashed off. And he's back up from Simple, but he's Molotov off the angle. He's going to do very well now. Electronic to get more than one here. Surrounded, Simple will back him up. It's Syrah to strike first blood. Senzu goes down. And a 4-on-4 ensues. Magisk hunting for intel, looking for a backstab through the canal tier. Can he catch them as they make their way back towards the T-Steps or Ruggs position?
He just can't afford to get caught. Not himself. Yeah, he just sees the gun barrel of a player at Ruggs and gets his attention turned around. Device, the timing is perfect in middle. And so it becomes a 4-on-2 in favor of 100 Thieves. Just pick a site.
Yeah, don't wait 40 seconds.
Just go as a group.
Just choose somewhere to go. One smoke and flash over and get in there.
But they're picking the bomb site with Simple on it.
Oh, no.
Can he once again be the Undertaker?
Don't overcook, lads. It's the golden rule here.
Just got to play together. He's got an AWP. He can't shoot in quick succession. Or can he?
No.
Oh, no. MZD's... Oh, he can't quite find the third. But he might have done his job here. Gizmy, bomb on his back, 25 seconds, he's making the run. He's making the move over towards A, and a foot race in which he'll win. But a 1 versus 1 against Mzinho, who has struggled all the way throughout this map, and arguably this series, now might be his time to save face. 39 points of HP as Gizmy will take the elevated angle. He's looking the wrong way. Mzinho's come through main. But he's going to play standoffish. He's going to give them the control, give them the sight. And Zinho does not have a kit to work with. And Gizmy is really going searching for information. But so is Mzinho, trying to figure out where he is. He's making this move, and he might just walk straight in towards the crosshair. The 1 versus 1, which Gizmy wins. It's
Zinho
won by the IGL, which might just put them in the casket.
This map,
it felt like they were cooked once again. There,
you are nowhere to be found.
He starts hitting
Mouzinho,
absolutely everything.
Bastard.
He thought they'd fumbled it once more, but no. Who steps up in yet another clutch? It's the British in-game leader, Gizmy, finding them series points.
What more must he do? What more does Simple have to do that Gizmy can't just somehow deal with?
Dude, look what it's done to them as well. Symbols down to the UMP. Famous for Magisk. One more round will do it. The reverse sweep in the series here.
The final hurrah.
Does it all come crashing down here? Do we get overtime once again? Somehow, some way. Does Simple have anything left in the tank? Mzinho definitely doesn't. Seemed like he fell off after the second map. Senzu not far behind him as well.
They're sort of postured to go for a burst play with Simple on this UMP. Electronic is floating around the edge of camera with all the nades now bursting over towards middle. It might be time to go.
Simple gonna be forced back with that molly. But he'll play behind it. He sticks up close. He wants to fight.
Oh, surely not. This can't be the way he manages to get another round in their favor. The rain, really diligent clear of the key angles there. Finds Simple a man advantage. 4 more kills will do it to eliminate BCG here from the qualifier. Mzinho Does pull one back, but it doesn't feel like enough.
Oh!
Rain with the hat trick. Surely this is where they close things out.
Has to be now. 2 versus 4. Magisk and Senzu, we have highlighted this duo so many times, but they have to bail them out of a dark situation, and it might not happen. Here's Poi for 2 as they deliver 13 to 11 to eliminate BCG from EWC contention. What a series.
Hairline margins. That is exactly what they stood upon just to get into this position. They should have been eliminated. We could talk about this loss for BCG as them simply failing to convert that nuke that got away from them, and to think it happens to them again on this Anubis. Nobody could have stabilized their economy. BCG should have been the ones that did it, but they break through on a round where it's just a Galil and pistols.
And Glocks.
Yes, and Glocks of all things.
Dude, unbelievable series. We said this one would be a banger. It delivered on all fronts. The amount of clutches, overtimes, and head-to-head duels that went down there, and just the storyline as well. Kicking things off in Inferno, the Mongolian pair going absolutely ham. And that first map, you think they've set the tone for the series. They won't be picking their foot off the gas, but they completely fell off here, boys.
So
it has to be
sad,
said.
man.
And I'll say it, I never doubted 100 Thieves for a second.
I'm rooting for BCG.
Might say that. Yeah.
What a game, though.
But it is what it is, man.
Towards this game, saying it might be a final unto itself, and that's exactly what it felt like. What a result!
Can't win every match.
Just to be clear, they're not through to the main event yet.
Exactly.
It feels like they are, but they've got another game to go. But still, in terms of entertainment value, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, exactly that. And even the next game could be really interesting. It's one winner Ascend, who are both looking like heavy hitters of this tournament. Ascend are coming out of nowhere. One winner already scary in themselves. This is a really, really cool next matchup. But how do you kind of get rid of all the adrenaline from this, reset, and then have to do it again for your 3rd game in a row after a barn burner like that? It's tough.
The come down is going to be heavy, but it's also just the idea of, you might have to battle even harder in that next game as well, because I can imagine, whether it's 1W or it's Ascend, the game is going to be scrappy.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thought, though, the hero, time and time again, Gizmy, taking over the in-game leading position for players like Rain, players like Device. He's coming in and having to step up and call for those guys, but he's the one clutching. He's the one saving them each and every time. Crazy output in the clutches. Sure, some of the rounds they were a little bit indecisive and maybe gave up some of the advantages, but still, he gets it done, and he's very influential in the comeback of the series, and it looked like they were down and out after the first map.
Yeah, I love his confidence as well going in towards map 2 and 3, kind of in a way calling around himself. He was taking a lot of early engagements, being the difference maker, and then also clutching on top of that. Jack Franz Breckelson, what a boy.
Yeah, I mean, you could see it in the way that he calls, sometimes the arrogance to just keep pummeling the same bomb site. Like, how many times you need to learn this lesson? Don't go B against Magisk and Senzu. But even with that arrogance to it, that's part of what makes this team so exciting to watch as well, is that you have dedicated soldier-type players like Rain, like Poi, like Syrah. You have Device that can have these moments as well, where he springs in and comes in and delivers a clutch. Maybe not in this series, but that's what we want to see more out of this team, because the depth and talent is clearly there.
Yeah.
Just having an all-in commitment sometimes, it might look a little silly, but it can really hit hard.
Yeah, and heartbreak now as well for BCG.
Yeah,
not
let's
the way
talk about that
they
right
want to
now.
start this season, right? This, in a way, we kind of came in towards the first game of this tournament talking about, actually, for BCG, it's not only about qualifying to the main event, it's sort of a necessity, but it's qualifying cleanly, and they've done
Just considering the amount of investment now, not just in this particular lineup, the previous iterations of it as well. So much money that's being burnt as they try and bring in big name after big name, and it's just not happening for them. This felt like an absolute necessity. You're right. They had to make it to the main event if they wanted to be in that conversation with the major this year. Same kind of story for 100 Thieves, to be honest with you. Like, it was a must-win for both teams, and it felt like BCG. The problem is, it's not like it was, it was close, we got unlucky. You kind of threw a lot of rounds there. Like, the fact you lost so many clutches, you over-peaked in that key one against Gizmy, should have been their series, and unfortunately we say goodbye. Before we go, though, let's just talk about Simple. I asked you the question before this series, is he back? I think after that performance, he's getting pretty damn close.
I'd argue that this is what you want out of him, right?
Yeah.
We even made a thing right at the start of the tournament when we covered them. We said we want 20 kills out of Simple. He's doing that and some in nearly every map as well. Simple's back to maybe not obviously his best, because his best is the best of all time, but he's back to the level that we want to see out from him, where he is a top level AWPer, incredibly clutch, incredibly solid and reliable. It's just a case of actually the parts around him who fall short, especially the ones that we expected to be all right, like your Senzus, like your Mzenios, who really struggle.
He just needs the pressure. Like, in those high pressure moments, that seems to be where he thrives the most.
Focus. He has to have something on the line, you know? Either way, boys, series. What a series. It's going to be difficult to top that. But we have
Yeah.
got on the stream next, we're doing Fnatic versus K27. We've got about 10 minutes until that game. Initial thoughts, boys, before we go to break on this one?
I'm going K27.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
They're just a team that are just perennially in this circuit
Yeah.
in that way, and so it'll be a great level up for them.
Well, we will try and maintain the energy,
Fnatic
the hype
versus
as we continue to
K27.
find our 4 teams here at EWC Last Chance Qualifier. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with K27 and Fnatic.